Go on. So we'll see.
What the heck?
Go on. So we'll see.
Ba-ba-dee, do-ba-doo, do-ba-dee, do-ba-doo.
How things are going to start here on map number 1 in this best of 5. PaperX opting to start on the attackers side here. And it is good to see as well, you know, a bit of a bounce back for somebody like Something as well, having a bit of a...
Ba-ba-bee, ba-ba-boo. Hello, Taco. Hello, Taylor. Hello, Redblade. Hello, Bugs Bunny. Call my mom today. It's the UK Mother's Day is different. Yeah, different day. Hello, Lucas. Okay. I got some balls to get through, chap. So my ass. We'll be doing this. We'll be doing this. We'll be doing this. Is this legible? Or is it too small? Thoughts? Hello, got cookies. Dolphin? No. There you go. Is that legible? It's a bit bigger. Triceratops. Thank you for the tier 1. Tier 1 for 14 months. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hello, Drobov. Hello, everybody. I'm going to get into this because my ass has 2 best of 5s to cover. So, I already VOD reviewed the previous games to this morning. So, woke up, been getting down to it. Good to catch up a little bit. I haven't seen these teams play this map yet, though. So. Yeah. You gamble to this? No. Unfortunately not. It'd be kind of crazy if you could. This looks like a bit of a... This is a set ante by PaperX off the rip immediately. Look at this. They send Forsaken in. They use a bit of util, trying to force a reaction out of RRQ. They hide from the drone. And then they refight as they're popping through. Like trying to bait the fight into them. This is a sick play by PaperX. Right off the rip. Yeah, you can ban tack over 10 minutes. Dude, Devi's going crazy.
And that's just a bit of temperament coming through as well. But Xfero up from the back will be able to land at least the first shot still, though. With a full...
That was 12 seconds. That's not even 10 minutes. Taco, don't be strange.
Certainly as soon as he peeks out, it's the ace for Devi just to kick things off.
Well, if you want to get a good start coming in towards a map like this, where historically you've had some fumbles, right? To highlight the...
That was a nice opening from PaperX. Baiting the reaction out of RRQ.
Study things up from that one before, but currently off just meeting each other with huge clash outside of A main does not really inspire you with much confidence. But at the same time, though, PaperX with the buys up now into the B site.
Yeah, seeing if they can establish a plant here. And again, you're just going to want to see what damage the pistols can come out with. Devi carrying on with a pistol, though.
Starts off with at least one, but taking a look at the positions as well, you got tower control as well as tree. A little trade
Just going into him. I mean, RRQ just need to die to the spike, really. You can't be generating ults when PaperX have this comp on attack.
And they're keeping them suppressed thanks to the smokes from Ilya, from Something.
Yep. Big jet players going onto the Brimstones as well. when you pull out your iPad, you drop your smokes, then you can just hopefully have some yeehaw action, get your shots out. Meanwhile,
They're going hunting now, which they should.
Kind of what they need in this game here, Quack.
Yeah, full and full. Just trying to make it as clean as possible.
Yes.
All not missing a single beat.
Slacking already, but this is the for Divide, right? How are you going to start to counter a lockdown when that comes? Yeah, maybe even possibly this.
Hello, Shiv.
3 away from it there.
Dude, that bonus looks deadly right now with the guns that PaperX have got. Just sending it. They found the weak side of the B.
Quite nicely, PaperX. An idea that when you're in towards tower, you're not seeing him there. You just put some focal point in towards A main as well, where Devi's lurk will start to come. Turret retrieved though. There's
what?
An opportunity here for RRQ to get this flank happening, but Xfero's already lost his life.
Is that how you pronounce this guy's name? Xfero?
Alarm bot as well, and you're not seeing too much action.
Xfero? Xfero? Xfero?
Enough information for PaperX to shore up around tree. Yeah, but you are
Did the smoke just fade and he went down? PaperX are hitting.
Holding off of it. Something's already spent all of his smokes. RQ just waiting for him to pop off.
Yeah. This is just a lost round for RQ. You gotta save these guns if you can.
Out from the back of bench. He finds the double. Just
Rough beginning on Fracture, not gonna lie. RQ are like
with all the numbers, there's no chance
gonna be struggling here. Let's skip ahead. They do keep their guns. Okay. Pretty important to be honest. And the two players that can generate some ults too. So not the worst saving award, weirdly enough. But again, showing a bit of presence from PaperX. Slow walking up here. Now you pop him through. Monyet is just dead. Know the map scores? No. I don't. But I know who wins. So why would we open up Preds for a game that's already been played? But this is nice by PaperX. One of the things I've been pleasantly surprised with Vodavie and PaperX this morning has been that they've got a lot of nuance now with their play. They didn't have this before. Before they played like 2 gears only, and that's how they were always on the same page with one another. But now they're inserting pauses into really nice places. Like again, just baiting another fight and the punish. Great swing by Forsaken. Lovely shot by Cushy, but yeah. Great beginning. Yeah, RQ needed time, I am. That makes a lot of sense.
They swap it over for the comp against T1. Write that one off on the 13-3 loss, but then you come back to the boom game and they're looking a little bit more coordinated, right? We've got the answer towards Pilski's question earlier. Don't think the Monyet's going to be bringing out the operator. Well, it's in play. See if he can do his best Buzz impression. Not too aggressive.
Raid incoming.
Really different score lines from that
Just as my ads ran.
Watching for info lines around A main.
I am.
However, PaperX into tree, you already have a good progression smoke to the current. Towards Pilski's question earlier, don't think the Monyet's going to be bringing out the operator. Well, it's in play.
Run him again. I'm not going to run him again. I should, but I won't.
Really different score lines from that previous game. Right now, just watching for info lines.
Sluggy, thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. Hello, everybody. You just dodged the ads, actually. You guys are kind of lucky. Why did... Yeah, welcome, Raiders. So unexpected. We didn't expect it at all. Run ads again. Run them again no matter what. Okay, bro. Okay. All right. I won't. But also, I want an answer. Why did EMEA only just end? I'm running 1 minute 30 of ads. I'm hitting you all with fucking ads, actually. You're getting it. Money, money, money. 6 maps. But were there delays? Pauses? Oh, 20-minute tech pause too. 30-minute break between games. Holy shit. That's a long delay. Overzealous, thank you for the tier 1 for 29 months. Long matches. Would have ended in another 5 hours. Yeah, probably. Probably. Default and shit. Yeah, EMEA does play slow. But that's kind of crazy. I wouldn't expect 2 best of 3s to last that long. That's like 6 hours, 40 minutes. Well, I guess it's pretty standard if the maps go to 3. I don't know. And one map was done. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
You already have a good progression.
Where did everything go? There we go.
See if the lockdown has to be respected here because there's no
RQ got to play outside, obviously. Got nothing to break this shit. So Zagan is like dragging attention as well at the same time. Up towards drop. It loses the fight. I didn't really see how they got past the shear, the wall. Use Molly early to try and stall them out from the retake. Monyet. This is a nice retake. What's going on with the post-plant positioning? Why were they playing so many players over towards Arcade here? Like Paper X.
Oh, and at the same time, you got Monyet now trying to head over to north side through the ropes. Maybe a bit more presence, might be able to catch a player off guard or two. This is gonna be
Do they have post-plant util lineups for that?
He's gonna have to take his time. His team needs to push up a little bit more, buy more attention away. And
Like they're giving up so much side because they don't have to worry about main.
Finds another shot. Jemkin takes down another player, and all of a sudden,
Molly lineup from Arcade is crazy work. I don't know. I feel like that's I'm not used to teams losing once they get into a post plant on B like that with like equal players up. But all good. Also, something didn't have a Molly lineup because he used it to stop them from scaling in with the retake. This is weird.
This time RRQ being quite patient instead of going with numbers towards main, for example. They're waiting to see if Paper X are going to be exploding onto the site somewhere.
Oh yes.
You would generally see, you know, Breach Rolling Thunder going in, Jing on the showstopper. If you
My bad. No, it's okay. They must have had, I don't know. They must have had a plan, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they do have a post plant lineup. Nah, but I wasn't calling you out. I just remembered they already used it. This is nice by Paper X though. This is becoming super common now. It's like almost impossible to not get value from this, from RRQ. I also love how often RRQ try and get little Armageddon combo plays in their rounds. They're like one of the best teams I've watched so far in terms of how to use it. But Paper X are super aware. They bait that shit out.
And the initiative right now from RRQ realizing that they have to get a little bit
Ulch 2. RRQ being proactive, trying to take control of main. It comes through.
They got to say that no one's home. They can set up for the post plant, and they still have a bunch of utility to play for at the post,
which would mean that Paper X does need to find a little bit
Yeah,
more
I think Paper X. Do they have lineups from drop here? You got 3 players on drop. Oh, Cushy's like so far forwards there. Just forced out from the nade. Insane. Insane by Forsaken. They don't even need the lineups, presumably, that who are going to play. Forsaken's been going crazy. Blood Dungeon? Yeah. Yeah. I'm skipping, because not important. We got games to watch. Yeah, I'm on Plat Chat. I'm on for the whole episode, so I'm gonna catch up on Pacific and EMEA. Tomorrow I'm gonna catch up on EMEA. I've been watching EMEA at the beginning in the mornings, but I'm still gonna watch the games from today. Same pistol play by Paper X. Trying to bait again, similar reclear or some sort of util by RQ. They're on a weaker buy though, but they have big ults and Jimkin has a rifle. And Monyet has ult, so there's still danger. But.
You really need a catalyst of a round.
Go and punch out more often. I wish I could, but it's because we record when I'm flying back from LA, and I worked so much of stage 1. I missed like how many weeks did I miss? I think I missed week 2 and 3, and then worked 4, 5. I worked 1, 4, 5, both weeks of playoffs. So I only had 2 weeks off, and we record on Mondays. So I wasn't able to be on really at all in stage 1.
Yeah, he's checking all the spots that the shear could be with these little jump spots right
Yeah.
now.
But I'll be on for the whole episode tomorrow. Or, no, not tomorrow. Tuesday, I think we're recording. Which is nice. So it gives me an extra day to watch EMEA. Paperex is just trying to find out where this stack is right now, to be honest. Or pop play. Jingy, you're fucking crazy for that. Handed over a rifle. Don't push that shit, buddy. 30 seconds. They're so worried about a util because, again, Rolling Thunder denies plant. Orbital strike. What did I say, chat? Doesn't matter if they're on an eco. When they have ults, they should be winning this unless Forsaken goes crazy again. The crossfire? Oh my. Okay. When I was VOD reviewing Paperex earlier, the amount of times I said, okay, well, they've lost this round, and then they pull a hero play out of their asses was consistently in the DRX game. DRX didn't play great, but it's insane how well the individuals are playing right now. 70% chance he makes it to Toronto? That's fucked. Yeah, I'm also on for the second half of Toronto with Josh. So I'll be co-streaming the first few games. Probably with Josh and Nicole.
Forsaken was citing, assistance from Mini, some slight sort of assistant coaching going on, and performance coaches as well, giving them such a...
Yeah, I'm locked in. I've been locked in all morning now. That's why I'm snacking right now. I'm a bit EP. Whoa, that's a tiny angle. These arcade fights feel so coin flippy. The smoke is nice to stall it out at least. They're just gonna dry fight. Deep push by Xfero though. Out for drop. There's a minute left on the clock. He can take some control of this one. There's potential for him to get a pick with some timing, but the way that Paperex are playing, look at this. Look at this discipline instilled into the mid round. Waiting for overextension, waiting to see what RRQ do in a 2v3 when they need information, need to take risks to try and win the round.
Might even have to consider the save for RRQ.
You really might. I mean, Forsaken just gave RRQ.
Last time Paperex had visa issues going into an event, wasn't it Tokyo?
Nano's now on the spike. You've got an incendiary. Divide can just post up with that operator.
With CGRS. Didn't they make top 4?
You got to consider the investment of the ult as well, but they're already starting to rotate back. It seems like the call.
They made 3rd, right? No.
So this is going to be a
Nah, they just save. Okay.
Just good confidence at the moment for Paperex, right? Forsaken having an absolute belter. 16 kills in there. You almost forget that Patman's on 0 still. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Dude, it's...
I mean, the guy has been putting up the clutch statistics.
I don't know when this evolution of Paperex occurred, but
Next round shores up, and that's going to be Paperex.
as someone who didn't watch any Pacific other than the first week and is now catching up on it, what the fuck is that? Okay. I mean, it's just a flash peek. Flash peek. Get a pick as the hit comes through, so like as they see the wall come up. Taking the timing. A bit lucky from Jemkin, I'm not gonna lie, but... Mini taught him some basic discipline on defense. What did Mini do specifically? I need to ask him because I think he's on the episode on Tuesday, and I will ask him, but I don't really know. I mean, it's the biggest improvement I've noticed from Paperex is I didn't know about a deep push.
And Cushy pushing through main as well, seeing nobody home in the right spot for the flank. Now the 3 versus 1, and you play this together if you are RRQ. You don't give Patman.
I mentioned just defense, nothing specific. Yeah, maybe it was just making sure their setups were good. I don't know, but the number one thing that I've noticed with Paperex that I wouldn't have expected from this team is that they've been able to insert like nuanced pauses into their play. I have some examples. I clipped some examples from the previous 2 matches before this one in the uppers and lowers. And it's mad impressive, to be honest. Nice try. Very nice try. I think Mini might be on the Pacific section. I don't know. I'm not too sure what the scheduling is looking like.
See if RRQ can start to get a couple more on the board on this defensive side as well.
Oh, but we do have a huge dive out from Monyet. Just fully met face front by Divine.
Good flash actually in return.
But this here, I mean, they're forced to slow down because of the fault line.
Oh, but we do have a huge
What a shot. I mean, Device full stun though, and he just takes out Monyet. Kind of unlucky. But I keep saying kind of unlucky, but PaperX have been pulling off divine intervention shots like that for the last few games that I've been watching them, so. Device was insane on a couple of the maps. When I was watching PaperX DRX on Lotus, God almighty, he was fucking crazy. Winning rounds that he had no right winning. But I like this from RRQ too. Like at the minute mark, double up, re-explore. They do this pretty often. Just trying to clear up the map as well, make sure that they understand where the hit's going to be coming through. That's so risky. I think Sphero could have got counter spammed, but look at this pause though. Like PaperX call it. Tapping, trying to pull some of Cushy's util out, but he's miles away, so they don't realize this. Can't be using it for stall. Finally, they hit it. PaperX are not. They're not this all-in team now with just 1 or 2 gears. They're actually got good communication. Is what it feels like. Being able to slow down at the right moments. Wow. PaperX are rolling over them.
Leaves to be desired. This is some main control though that RRQ are of them. But still, they have got a lot more to prove. And shaken up by Gen G yesterday, right? The performance of them
You take A main control.
This is some main control though that RRQ are gonna find. And
Cushy got his ult in the meantime. Or did he always have it? No, he's one away, so we just got the orb on A. PaperX just move back over, pressure B a little bit, pull some players over. Gonna go for a re-clear into main. I fuck with it. Hello, Zombo. This is because I got raided by Sliggy when in the A end.
He's got a stinger. He can slide out.
It's an angle that EDG has held before back in Bangkok, but now back into it.
They're not taking a bait. Okay, well, Monyet just reveals himself anyway. Oy! Dude, you take that, honestly. Cushy going down. No Teo, no salvos in for the post. You can just all in now if you want to. Look at this. 50 seconds. Dude, old PaperX is full committing through A after that pick. Look at this.
Reads or reactions from RQ as well. You got Crazy Guy already close towards B, and he buys time for the team with an aftershock.
They've got all of the tower control, by the way, from Xfero.
He's going to have to come up huge with the goods, though. A single kill might not be enough, but he's good for the first until...
But this can't be just Mini saying to them, guys, slow down at the right moments. This feels like they've had an internal talk in the team. I was under the impression Mini was happening with their defensive setups, but this is like... Look at this. Let me just rewind. Look, they pop down a util here. 30 seconds left. Not a lot of time at all. Nades, rebound. They walk up onto the rest of the site together. They've been doing this too, where they go into it, they start going into an exec, then they walk all the way up, hunting for the picks. You have ult. 2 flashes. Doubled up though. They had a little high-low, and they just hard commit to the swings. I think the communication is real nice.
So far in the history of this map for PaperX, you know, getting smacked by T1, really figuring things out against Boom, and now you're feeling astronomically more confident coming in towards this installment. Map number 1, the BO5, you want to get a challenge.
Yeah. Leave it with the Guna energy, Taco. Especially for people who are my peers is a little bit odd. little bit strange for a VIP to be typing that in my chat.
Coming into the fold too, having his moments of brilliance to shine. This time, though, it's a
Paman's actively stopping them from tossing rounds by doing their classic push out of smokes when they have numbers advantages. Yeah, yeah. It's working. Last round and a half. They have tons of ults. We know your peers? No. You guys aren't my peers, actually. You don't work alongside me as chatters. Nice double face, but it's already being reinforced. Look at it. One up from behind. Paperx have just been in complete control this entire attack half. We pay you, does that make us your boss? That makes you like the king, and I'm a jester. Dancing for your entertainment. Except in this case, I kind of need to lock in. The reason I didn't stream the earlier VOD reviews is because I knew I wouldn't get distracted, and I would just be able to, like, knock them out. Yeah, it's like the number one thing I've noticed watching Paperx is they have a clear voice that's telling them to slow down at the right times. And maybe it's the whole team. Maybe they've just had a talk about it, but it's pretty dope to see because for almost the entire existence of Paperx, this is the next step that they should have taken a while ago, is being able to slow down at the right moments and find these openings. But they still show glimpses of, like, they have the individuality to win hero plays when they need to. Like, the players are popping, don't get me wrong. And I also still have that, like, all-in discipline where they take fights together. But the major difference is that they're alternating the pace that they play at, like, way better than they ever have before. They win in Toronto? I really don't know, actually. Toronto's going to be so fucking weird because they're playing on a different patch, presumably different map pool. And yeah.
Right, we've seen it throughout Pacific time and time again. And that's exactly what we were hoping for.
They could absolutely win. I think Toronto is kind of up in the air, actually, in terms of not having a clear favorite because of all the changes. Yeah, they got their Sunset back. Their Sunset used to be really nice, so their retakes on B. Their flood defense on A. Being able to alternate tempos just when they're underperforming they can. And they're looking good at cam. I think Paperx naturally... You know how EMEA teams trend into slower play styles? Like, they slow default a lot more compared to other regions. It just helps them control the pace of the game and the tempo and, like, get everybody on the same board, on the same line of thinking when they should be fighting together. It makes it easy to coordinate. The same can be said of Paperx when they played fast. Like, when Paperx played super high tempo, it's because you have one gear, you know the tempo you're going to be playing at, so you know you want to be swinging with these players. You don't need to communicate as often because you know how everybody wants to play on the team. You don't have to have prior conversations, or, like, you don't have to, in the middle of the round, try and explain your thought process. But the fact that they're still doing that, like, the Paperx have fast plays, but are willing to slow default a lot more now at the beginning. And when they go into side execs, they're baiting out responses, like the appropriate responses. They're thinking about what the win conditions are for the enemy a lot more in terms of, okay, what are the enemy here is going to try and re-clear. We want to try and force a reaction out of this, XYZ, whatever. So far in this VOD that we've seen. And that's the major difference, I think, is that they still have that high gear that they can go into if they need to, like where they fully go explosive and increase the pace. But now it's with a bit of slow conditioning, a bit of slower play from them. They upset the expectation as well, where before they get a pick, you're playing against Paperx, you can make the easiest read in the world. You can just over-rotate and not have to worry about too much. Maybe you worry about one late-look player of, like, Devi. But now there's so much nuance with the way that they play. They're much harder to read because they're not so one-dimensional in terms of the pace. That's what I mean by that. It's good. And RRQ have also been really impressing me. Not so much in this map, but this is a Fracture moment, to be honest. Fracture is the most snowbally map in the game. If you let the attack side get going with these comps, you're just going to get snowballed. It's so common to see 10-2 halves like this on Fracture. Doesn't necessarily detract from them. Damn, bro. Oh, this is more snowballing? No. Because Fracture, you play these comps where the ults are really effective. There's tons of orbs on the map. It's super common to get into a post plant as well. So attack side is getting good access to orbs. The comps are like not necessarily built to have good ults, but it's like, I guess it's a side effect of the way the map is designed. So it's another pro in the column that you can add. This is fucking over. This is over. Yeah, I thought they were going to reduce the amount of orbs too. I don't know, they just Riot seem hesitant to make map changes for some reason. You just got to force with your RQ.
You just know that RQ are trying to go in with a lot of mobility as well. Forsaken slows that down just in the nick of time.
And they're all going to fight together. God damn.
I mean, he just looks so happy. That cheery, bright smile on his face from the player cam before into what could be the final round. A stinger from
all just stingers, bro. This is done. Yeah. Okay. Forsaken dropped the fucking nuke. Holy shit. But that's a good map. That's a good map. That's a very good map.
You actually playing Paper X's comp from the other week, so we'll see what sort of reads Paper X are going to be able to get from that. If we've seen it, we should.
Double controller, double duelist with a fade. Double duelist, double controller with a sky. Not used to seeing normal comps from Paper X. I mean, it's not that normal, but it's more normal than what they usually played or used to play on Split.
Sky can get nerfed into oblivion, and a team is still going to pick him up. Why can't we see the same for Teo when Teo gets nerfed, right?
Maybe. And hopefully a resurgence of Sky
Over 2023. I think the current meta, I know Teo's like taken over, but a lot of teams have been doing really well, not playing the same shit.
Being able to smoke things off straight into the A site.
Generally see him on the breach, which this time they're not opting.
Which is nice. Sky is kind of bad, yeah. But at least you have Dog for reclear, flashes to try and set your team up through smokes. The heal is not really why you pick Sky, but it's nice, I guess. You know. Most important thing that these comps need is like some way to reclear for information against slow attack rounds.
I should mention that crazy guy on the Omen as well. This, I believe, would be his third time.
But they are hard stacking mid, just anticipating there's going to be some sort of fight. Presumably, Patman is just holding flash to the corner. You're going to play full retake. But this is kind of strange because you have no screen control, no heaven control. They just double up and hold for the repeak. Crazy shot. And now we're clearing through ramp. The dash forwards into the smoke. Jemkin's still doing all right, though. This is nice. This is lovely by RQ here. Just have the paranoia to refight as they start trying to clear this. Buying even more time. At this point, the Yuto's kind of being dragged out. Jemkin gets another one. Time's running short. Yeah, they're not winning this. I don't like the all-in from Paper X there in mid. So much time gets burnt off the clock there because they don't have prior control of like screens or heaven or yeah.
Best of 5, you've got depth.
Double teams of Toronto. Now, you
Have some recovery as well for a map like Split. Where
normally going into events, like if there were no meta changes at all, I would say I could give you a rough answer. But even then, there's a month until the games, right? There's a month break. And not just that, we've had a map pool change and a massive meta shift. So honestly, Toronto's a fucking open pool, I think. Who the fuck knows? It's going to be difficult to predict anything. Yeah, Toronto is running the tail now. And see something?
Unfortunately, he's going to find Zilch. PaperX then to try to hover around the sites, but everything's been smoked off, of course.
Paranoia side take. Trying to build up the showstopper. Oh, fuck. They don't have heaven control. They're all playing site right now for RQ. I think that could be very dangerous.
You've got the pistols on PaperX's side. You can just throw caution to the wind a little bit and see what you can find. Scrappy.
But probably not with the guns. It looks like they're just trying to die to the spike. Again, you don't want to get Munyet's ult online. Maybe Jin can go hunting.
Crossfire if PaperX does decide to walk into it.
Yeah, I'm on plat chat.
Currently, which might mean down to the last few seconds.
I don't know if Sunset is back. Is it actually back? It must be because it's been a month. Like until Toronto's been played. Yeah. So there's so many unknowns with Toronto. There really is. It's okay. Yeah, everybody. Look at this, bro. PaperX dying to the spike. Unbelievable. I never thought I'd see today. Wow. Okay. So this is a weakness of trying to do a ramp take with his comp. What happened to Crazy Guy's Paranoia? He didn't buy one? I'm like, normally you'd have a breach stun or something to try and set this shit up, no? What? He just didn't buy one? He has 3,350. He has one smoke. Bro, what? What? Why is Crazy Guy not bought fucking util? Yeah, maybe he just forgot to buy. Dude, that just gets Munyet killed. A Horn Paranoia there goes crazy. Munyet is cleaning up at least one player.
Oh my god. I was gonna say Sky's gonna do a decent job, but this time
Still.
Forsaken doing well as well.
It's a mistake made by RQ, but you also have to be good enough to capitalize, which PaperX are. And Spike's down, bro. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a bit of a toss by RQ. Crazy Guy. Honestly, an opening pick there. You're looking at potentially converting the bonus. So.
Very sharp in this game we call VALORANT. Right now, the Spike is in firm control of PaperX. It's the controllers of RRQ to see what damage they can get back in return here.
I guess 2v5 going in for the dry peak together. Go in with a good game plan.
Okay, this time you have the Paranoia though, Crazy Guy. So you're not going to forget it this time. Yeah, look. Okay, now they're going to do the Horn Paranoia ramp take. Look, there it is. Has util.
Into defensive position as well. He was out of that range of the Paranoia being sent over. So really good idea. And look at the awareness to play inside of the smoke as well.
Yeah, choosing not to just pop flash himself.
You're going to go all straight into smoke here? Straight into sight?
This is just a complete sight control now given towards RRQ.
Okay, ramp control is super important. Paman is alone dogging. Dangerous. Could have been dangerous. Nice little crossfire here. They're all the way in. Yeah, PaperX are just flooding in. Do they just choose to ignore main? As long as Patman can hold on to control of it, cleared it all the way out. All in with their util. They were saving. That's a clear difference. It's just holding on to heaven control. Yeah, I'm going to watch the Genji game after this. Depends how quick I can be with the odd watching. Hopefully, not a lot of pausing.
showstopper as well. If that Prowler found anything,
Yeah, I've already watched 2 best of 3s before this as well off stream because I'm
they should be able to
tight for time.
Stage adaptations and learning. RRQ though coming out with a bit of a force buy in this round. A lot of stingers to back up a Vandal of Jemkin. You got a showstopper as well.
Way dog takes that space again. You know they've dogged to re-clear B main. Forsaken should be just jump spotting this. He ADS peaks, bro. Come on. You're slowed already, and you don't know how many players are posted up there.
Unfortunately though for Forsaken, you can't dodge that one.
ADS peak. You had no chance in hell of getting out. You're literally just purely relying on your aim. Crazy setup by IRQ here though. Going into the side hit. On forwards, clears most of it. Double TP up into rafters. Okay, RRQ are cooking. They're fucking cooking. Something hears it, tries to punish, is being covered by the players. Paperx trying to flip back in, but the plan's already down. Divide? No way. Oh, it's so unfortunate. Almost winnable for Divide, but that's a crazy exec by RQ. I fuck with that so much. Holy shit. If that doesn't sum up Paperx, I don't know what does. Forsaken takes a peak that fully relies on him getting at least 1 or 2 kills. That's just pure confidence in your aim. Flood defending in. Divide gets fucking almost aces to clutch this up. Crazy. I like the exec though by IQ. That's very nice. Oh, this is nice. They're faking A ramp pressure. Euro spots 2. Paranoia. Try to get a pick. Doesn't connect onto the player. Takes side control. He's now inserted. This is just a cool idea. Teams have been doing this every now and then with Yoru. But you're putting so much pressure onto the anchoring players that our Paperx are like, okay, we're going to call for reinforcements. Look at this. Already Divide backing away. Full sprinting away because this feels so overwhelming. Jemkin takes backside control. Forsaken dominates B main though, which is a great decision, but he just gets owned by timing. Taking away B main control there is so important in the middle of that. If he gets 2, this entire play is all the wins taken out of sails. It still is, to be honest, actually. Divide peeking there and getting the pick. And now IQ have to take risks. Yeah, it's just being watched. Anticipating the peaks. Weird ass pit, but
from the shadows to get the spike with Jemkin finding complete control of the A side. It's kind of null and void at the moment. You want to go for a plant? Well, you're going to have to try and do that in a pit, and you're going to catch the decay. So this round feels a little bit more difficult for RQ now. Paperx looking to tie it up.
Now the pit does let Crazy Guy get a bit of space in the side, but they are split up. 30 seconds left in the round. If Crazy Guy goes crazy and kills Divide, oh, Divide just spotted him. He just saw it in the highlight. I think. Maybe he didn't, but I now know.
They're playing as a team. Crazy Guy being able to avoid the bullets for now.
He technically only has one angle he needs to spray, but pit down.
Very risky, but something's holding the peak. Oh! Let's play this together, and Paperx should win. Yeah, but something's just bait at the end of a stick, isn't he, to set up the rest of them. I like that round from both teams, to be honest. The attempt by RRQ goes a little bit miss. If they get a Paranoia onto Patman, I think it goes way differently.
So Paperx doing it together, right? Nobody going too far forward to give an opportunity to Crazy Guy to come out with that one.
Way differently. Look at Forsaken.
On the scoreline now as well. The scenario where we see timeouts earlier on, right? By the fact that as a team towards this A site.
This is a different take. It's like a sight. Trying to punish sight here. These ideas are so cool that RRQ are putting together with this comp. TP into hell. A bit delayed. They smoke heaven. They paranoia the right side. And it catches the close angle, but Patman plays back anyway. Munya gets played in from it. Ball onto sight. What an awesome idea by RRQ. Something just gets punished for the pin.
opportunity. 3v5 at this point.
I really like that idea by RQ.
Yeah, I think that's it.
It's so simple, but
We'll see. There is a showstopper.
simple works best
Straight into the pit.
most of the time.
Yeah, be risky for sure. This is what I'm talking about, though, right? You have a bit of a light investment as RRQ, making sure that you can try and get something to work. You've pathed correctly into Patman on the site. Good TP from Jemkin to get in there.
Time is running short, though. This isn't winnable.
A bit of damage at the moment, but you just feel like the spike is
Yeah, it's not winnable.
Already. Oh, a second kill going through. You got
It doesn't matter.
There's
There's no time.
Even then, the time continues to tick away. Crazy.
For a great idea on Eco.
We'll just collect onto another.
got another round.
Very cool
But
idea.
it is a fair and very tense fight right now.
Yeah, but I mean, this is what I think everybody should have been expecting coming in towards this series.
I'm not sure, Kiwi.
Really great duels, a lot of backwards and forwards action. Bit of a mid prowl from Paper X at the moment, though. Meanwhile, RRQ finding
What is this?
should have been expecting coming in towards this series.
Side take.
Really great duels, a lot of backwards and forwards action.
TP goes all the way into...
From Paper X at the moment, though.
See, this is sick. Look at it. Horn Paranoia clears most of the site. The TP into the screen smoke, where Jemkin can play into. He doesn't flash his way through, but these execs are awesome. But Paper X have... They need to hold on to having control. I like this. RQ trying to refight. Nightfall. Because they can TP'd forward. Wow. Still being watchful. That's what RQ needed to do. Last time when they got into the post plan, they weren't contesting really enough. Sat into sight, and Paper X played a way faster timing on their retake. That time RQ get way ahead of it. That's a really cool round. I feel life was on the bet. Which team would you pick to win Toronto?
Another successful A encounter for RRQ. Blades going awkward for something. Feels like Paper X's game plan to relinquish control of this A site is starting to get the better of them. So maybe we do see a bit of an adjustment for them on the back of that round there.
True Forsaken just TPs ahead. I mean, I respect the play. Wasn't expecting somebody to be there. G2.
Start to change up your own approach for a mid-B split potentially for RRQ. Though feels like in this sort of time.
No, I wouldn't be as comfortable with G2. They're gonna be fine, I think, for Toronto. Even with Teo being nerfed, because they've always been a good team. Like the past 2 years, they've been a good team. But
I mean, you're gonna have to plot something truly.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think I might say Gen G, weirdly enough. Even though they lost the finals, I haven't watched the finals yet. I'll watch it after this, but I think I would say Gen G. And the reason for that is because their pistol rounds have really cool ideas. They're not just anti-stratting teams. Sometimes they're anti-stratting teams for the pistol to win that, but they're putting a lot of stock into winning pistol and bonus. Same like MIBRR. But the players are popping and they make good decisions. I think they play a very safe style of Valorant right now. I would say maybe, I think I would say Gen G. But also RQ could win. The thing is such an open book. I don't know. It's not a comfortable bet. I think I would just die. I think I would just die. But G2 could also be fine. Sentinels could be unreal. It's an open playing field for Toronto. It's just fucking wide open. Look at his mid-run info. Dog is not broken. And look at the deep push by something too. You can just hard rotate over players over. Yo, how does he not get any kills there? Jing gets traded. Okay, this is a lot faster in terms of pace between these two teams. Crazy tempo. Turns into a winnable spot. Yo! I'm down through. Something on the flank. He knows last is on plan. Oh! Oh! Dude, someone must have just sprinted knife out.
towards main, he gets all the information and the read that, well, nobody's home. We're seeing some duels in
I'm not sure. Arithmetic. If number one sees get to beat their opponents, that'll be a huge advantage, to be honest.
Super early to come out with the Red Bull clutch for PaperX to answer back. But hey, yeah, it was a 2 versus
Get to watch the playing field and how it shakes out.
High-low setup though.
And Forsaken putting up those performances.
Yeah, well,
Another RRQ exec.
high-low setup though over at this B site.
Something that RQ hasn't contended with before.
Nice.
And Forsaken
You're committing that?
top of the duel.
Okay, Forsaken play a little bit more chill. Anchor smoke.
Jemkin, but RQ does not let
Want.
up. Forsaken
Yeah, that RRQ util is so nice.
exposed thanks to that haunt.
Bit of utility for a retake here. No smokes for PaperX though. Seekers invested.
Which would give them some
Snake bite at the feet.
urgency into the site. Shot down for now. Something.
Good.
2 kills
Kills by something. There's no way he clutches again. Yeah, he doesn't. Oh my god. Bro, these teams are quick.
Battles. Do love to see them. Opening frag in the way of PaperX, but immediate retaliation from RRQ.
These teams are quick, bro.
You just need to see these players have some really good self-adjustments in the round as well.
Definitely believed
How you gonna be able to
in something to win that.
How you gonna be able to be your team? Sometimes it is out of your hands though, and you just need.
There's not a lot of default going on, is there? RQ, are they going for another exec? This is risky
So that would
into an eco.
RRQ playing things extremely well with the micro adjustments. Haunt towards the side. It completely flushes or makes Forsaken flush full in his face. Round 11.
Snake bite doesn't really stop you.
Possibly a retake without the best
Cheeky
weaponry.
peek.
Devi, though,
Paranoia.
decent trade for now.
Nade. Rebounds. A lot of damage done. Yeah, PaperX are going to flood straight back into this. This is risky. Jemkin goes crazy.
Taps forward again and again, and he knows that
Jemkin goes crazy.
got a possible
Ace.
in her hands. 7 rounds left in the match.
1v2.
Something though. Still looking for the fights.
Oh, no way. Something. There's no way. He's on his dash back?
The other side, he finds yet another kill.
And how do you
Does something win this?
You've got every single
Bro, the crowd is like... Is the crowd even fucking here?
Let's go for the spike plant.
This is a crazy game.
Elevation looks for the best possible angle. Jemkin has to be aware of this. He has to work around the pillars.
Oh, bro. That's insanity.
Back then from when he was on Scars against Sengoku, and he still
That's why you slow default, though, so you don't run into fucking that shit. PaperX hard stacked over towards A as well. They rotated through because, again, no one was there to punish the rotates. We'll call for a pivot. Dude, that's ludicrous stuff.
Comes out with some absolute sinister shots of the Guardian. I mean, it's a winnable scenario at the
Jemkin is crazy.
HP, something 30, I believe.
Yeah, I'm sure the shots sting a
He's got his ult now, too. You can just go for another exit with the dimensional drift.
You are happy to take that little bit of
He sends it up mid. This pit is fucking strange. Why is it so long?
up towards middle now.
You've just given them all... They can get into heaven with this. Forsaken's on an island. Very weird defensive setup by PaperX.
That much more open.
Space that Jemkin's taking as well. With the clone, play distractor. Meanwhile, in the
Holy
background,
shit.
he can fight and then meet up with the team. This is going swimmingly for RRQ.
Yeah, Xfero just blocking every single letter up by mailroom. Something though, able to sneak up from stairs. So possibly another round with elevation going forward. The blades have been drawn, but Jing has been
Bit of an impossible one for something to win, isn't it?
1v4.
Nice try.
Just goes in for the Hail Mary.
Why the fuck did his ult
Jemkin will pick the round
do
up.
that? It looked like someone was fucking squeezing it into mid.
It's a quick
The
one
pit, and it just let them get into B heaven, where Forsaken solo anchoring onto B. So they lose B. They gave up B heaven control because of it.
by RRQ this time as opposed to last match.
Like when you're
Wiser.
Able to buy back up.
Something
look at this here.
I believe.
When you look at this, bro. Look at this. Like he's on an island. Take a picture of this. Jarvis, take a picture of this. Blow it up for me. Like you're playing solo player here. The one thing Forsaken needs more than anything is control over towards B heaven. You need to make sure that they can't push that shit. And instead they pit and play it from this angle. And they're so fast with the dimensional drift that Forsaken has just no choice. He just dies in that spot.
sure the shots sting a little bit, but
You gotta hold on to be Heaven. I don't know if that's a read or what, bro, but that's like...
that little bit of damage. They're able to buy back up again. Viper's pit up to
Don't know.
middle now.
Information that he's in the vent.
Look, because Devi's just being pushed back. There's no one holding this to push them back. Devi's already clearing. They have control all the way through. We know how this goes.
Is he great amount of idea where you want him to? Yeah, unlike of,
but certainly chops a little bit.
Well, you get to see the pistol round Kings at the moment in Paper X, leading very handsomely with those. RRQ already gathering a lot of information at the A site with Prowler that no one's going to be at least in close proximity.
B split from Paper X is what it looks like.
Seeing no overinvestments from RRQ.
Patman has B main control. Nice and slow at the start though by Paper X, looking for a reaction. They're kind of lucky that RRQ haven't re-cleared for info towards A. Guys, they would have rotated bodies by this point. But they're playing safe anyway. Yeah. Pharaoh. Paranoia behind pillar.
Yeah, you recognize that when the Trailblazer's there that you have to just play in towards.
How much YouTube do they have?
That's why he's saving up that paranoia as well. Props it up right now in this moment. The entire team surrounding him.
Zero utility for Paper X here.
Yeah, it's gonna be just a full gunfight, if anything. RQ having the resources.
Where do you want your smokers Forsaken? Towards CT.
They're playing up into the smoke. They kind of have to because they don't have a util. That's a nice little two-piece. Crazy guy jumping around. They're still winning the gunfights though. That's a great idea by Paper X. How do you turn this advantage? Even though you're in post-plant, you have no util. You know you're going to get outvalued. They're going to have Haunt. They weren't forced to use any util. They have nade. They have everything. They could want for a retake scenario. You deep smoke that juts out so you can play yourself inside. Force them to try and push past it. Try and double up too. That's the kind of stuff the Paper X are doing that they would never do before, I think. They patiently wait for the smoke to come back onto cooldown. Their only piece of util that they have to play around, and they cook up a play around it. Because RRQ have a good chance of winning out on the retake. With Haunt, Paranoia, and Nade. That's good. Fakes the TP up onto the box. Forsaken does that to fake that he could be playing up here. So he's forcing re-clearance from RRQ.
Able to read this map. They've gone for the 4-1 stack closer towards the A site.
Little by little.
Guess correctly. RRQ has no smokes. He's just fucked here. Actually, if Paper X goes slower, then he might have it online.
It's just going to be this little pistol retake. See if
all right, 9-6. They're playing so passively here. Wow, that's cool. Hold on, I was going to skip ahead, but they're just trying to play to die to spike. As soon as they hear the footsteps, they're like, we're just going to seize nade them as they push into our spawn. Fucking crazy ass play by RQ. I love that shit. That's awesome. That is fucking sick.
And the fact that it's Forsaken surviving at the end here as well, one of the round, right? So you do afford yourselves some rifles now going into this bonus round. So very awkward.
What a way to punish the overextension.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's one of those weird ones.
What's going on with the money now? It's not really a bonus, is it? It's a full buy.
Well, it was going to be a Spectre for Patman, but he does upgrade in the end. So, let's call this a rifle round. There's a heavy
Yeah, it's a rifle round. It's not a bonus at all.
Brilliant shot out from something. X-Pharaoh, that's going to cause a headache.
Just never expect it. Even if you're going for the jiggle, somehow, something with the
yeah, attack side up. Just one, I guess, not tracking the money. Something's been getting a ton of value offing now. Their previous game as well. But I think that was mainly because DRX were playing Solo Smoke's Omen on Lotus in the previous game.
Initiative found by Paper X off of that. Thankfully able to get Crash away.
Yeah, thankfully indeed. But
RQ. Hello. You've given up. You've given up heavy control. Crazy guy has to play offside here. Offside, bro. Offside, 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 offside.
To be found around the B side. It's just crazy guy who has to spend utility just to get out of dodge.
Jesus Christ.
Once again, another scenario where RQ
They're a player down, so I think Crazy Guy's feeling like he needs to stick around longer just in case he can get a pick.
Utility just to get out of dodge. Once again, another scenario where RQ left without resources.
Where's the smokes?
Just angles, though.
What happened to Forsaken smokes in this round? Why does he got none? First smoke has used up a ramp to feign like he's lurking.
Just never expect it. Even if you're going for the jiggle, somehow something with a punish. And that means you got to place a player around mid just to watch.
He is called Crazy Guy for a reason. Second smoke is a lurk smoke out through B. But he should have one on cooldown now.
Has to go in for it. A little bit more initiative found by Paper Rex off of that.
And the regen smoke, the one that just came back online, is used for vents so that they can walk up. I fuck with the contact plays though. I think that's part of the reason why Crazy Guy hasn't got out yet, is because they just haven't made any noise. That's Viper Orb. Wait, so where did his smokes go? You're right, it is. Oh? No, it's an Omen smoke. No? Look, he's aiming this way. I got one guide. It's a fucking Omen smoke.
Thankfully able to get Crash away.
Yeah, thankfully indeed, but you've kind of left Crazy Guy by himself here.
Precisely.
You've made things extremely awkward for him.
No angles to
Oh, the Viper Orb on B. I see what you mean. For the lurk?
Just to get out of dodge.
Oh, and the second, I see now where the second smoke is. It's up in stairs. I see what you mean. I didn't get one guide. I simply inferred the wrong context from like 3 words in chat. My bad.
You do have Jing kind of concealing his movements down towards the bottom as well. Something then peeking out from garage. All of RQ trying to look for that space into sight, but
damn, yeah.
Up to them.
Plant in the fire.
Get out of dodge. Once again, another scenario where RQ left without resources.
I feel like Paperex as well, if they wanted to slow play with the op, they do not have this much time. They're making a decision like at this mark, and they're spread about all over the map. The old Paperex.
Something then peeking out from garage. All of RQ trying to look for that space into sight, but Paper.
It's good shit. It's good shit by Paperex.
Around mid this time. Or trying to continually. I mean, it's a little.
That's good shit right there.
And that's something that RQ is going to have to continually respect. That's why you got more players up around mid this time.
Or try and disrespect if you want to play close line with a judge, for example, as Xfero, but it doesn't feel like there's going to be any jewels that'll come his way at the moment because yet again, it's
no money.
Crazy Guy.
Yep, and that's exactly what Paperex wants to do, trying to exploit this.
They actually RQ are trying to flood back in and trying to help him out, but Xfero had a judge, I'm pretty sure. So. They win that, yeah. Timeout.
That said, it is playing around to the A side as well, so we might have another something V Jemkin moment.
They know something's opping, and they just heard him fly. Hop, go for the arm. Yeah. I think that's a great response by RQ out of timeout to pick up an operator when Paperex are being walking into post plants, not using much util, just trying to contact their way in. Very good answer. Overwatch mentioned.
Third time's a charm for Paperex, who are moving forward in, especially with Seekers just flushing RQ away. Looking for a spike plant, though.
Yeah, you got to find some timing to have a little bit of stability, have a breath at the moment. Devi still has the poison orb as well as a snake's bite, but he's
not a plan down yet. Manyet's quite aware.
Flashes, which means he's going to be kind of down close to the site. Still, though, concealing their movements, making things as silent as possible. RQ thinking to play safe.
35 seconds.
Yeah, he's found it perfectly against Devi.
Beautiful movement. just at the right time. Devi would have no idea. Even though the spike
Isn't the smoke kind of ass? No? Okay. I guess it blocks main and hell. You just need to make sure you watch it carefully, but I was like, doesn't that just give them like weird ass smoke to play around? I don't know. Doesn't matter. They won.
Maybe if they planted a little bit earlier, but you throw that round away. There's another investment for PaperX. Everybody.
How many times do you think it happens in a series that a player doesn't listen in the timeout? Depends on the team. Cloud9, probably 50% of the time.
Very well go Jemkin's way with the operator.
Yeah, different line being held as well. PaperX would be none the wiser. However, something might have an inkling. Dashes right forward alongside that showstopper as well. Jing looking to find effect with it, and he
Yo, gets a second.
This allows him to continue rolling heaven.
Yeah, they had no idea that he was resatcheling up in towards the rafters there.
That's the thing.
Is that because of...
PaperX would be none the wiser. However, something might have an inkling. Dashes right forward alongside that showstopper as well. Jing looking to
They didn't hear the essential, I guess.
This allows him to then continue holding heaven.
Yeah, they had no idea that he was.
I was wondering what the hell happened, but...
That's the thing about attack side on split.
Yeah, with the Euro, you can retake with this. In through the back. Ulti your own. What a flash by Patman. Oh my god. The blind is so good as they try and flood back in.
Yeah, awkward flash coming through for
just denies all of that out.
Look at this.
They're going for a bit of a guessing game. Jemkin though will eliminate.
Wait, whose flash was that actually? Am I fucking... That might be Jemkin's flash.
That's the thing about attack side on split. RQ. They're gonna have to go in for a bit of a guessing game. Jemkin though will eliminate those guesses into more informed.
Wait, that's fucking Jemkin's flash. I think. Isn't it? Or is it Patman? It's Jemkin's flash, bro. I was like crediting... I was crediting Patman. It's a fucking team flash, bro. Oh, that fucks it up. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, awkward flash coming through for RRQ at the end there when the dimensional drift is trying to scope things out. Jemkin trying to tell the team where everybody is, trying to get some body blocking at the back of the side as well, but it just doesn't work out. Monyet completely blinded. And then you've got so many angles just being held by PaperX at the end.
That's hard to catch. I don't blame the caster for missing that shit.
Really not allowing.
I had to fucking rewind and pause on the frame to find out who was guilty.
Extremely so on Fracture too, right? Just one isolated round here and there. This time they've been starting to find their footing.
Less pausing. I gotta go pee after this map.
Running back towards the site, the shorty of that range. Yeah, it's not gonna do too
A little bit of an eco.
Decent info though. You got two smokes all being baited out right now,
but not finding anything further towards A main to see if anyone had started to scale up either.
Yeah, still someone needing to play safe
and then get out, meet
someone right off the margin.
Yeah, something.
Just skipping because it's a half buy.
That I was talking about. Now you're looking for a bit of a plant as PaperX.
They do have a stack of players, and they have heaven control and a flank occurring. So Jing is like the central piece, to be honest. He's gonna hold this entire post plant together. And Jing might go down. Oh, Monyet doesn't have a fucking gun. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, that's tragic for Monyet. He picked up a rifle. Okay, still winnable. Satchel fucked the team up. Oh my god, bro. RQ salvage that shit. That's a nice round. I think PaperX kind of fucked themselves though with their post plan here. Because they lose something. I skipped over this. I said I wasn't going to pause or rewind. Here I am. Just the off angle. Beautiful shot. I see where the issue lied.
An opportunity to play by the numbers, play by the angles. Can certainly work a treat, but you really feel like
Jemkin was looking like me with that Euro team flash earlier in the prior round. I love team flashing. No way, Jing, just wait.
Tool for RQ right now. Paper X though not backing down. It's something straight in with the shorty once again. Just quickly dispatched of
Accidental anti-flash.
the team trying to work around elbow. Jemkin still in position.
Oh, lovely pause call for Paper X.
Silence Forsaken and Petman.
They weren't really even applying any pressure here to the RRQ players, but
Trying to work around.
they felt like they had to fight their way out because they lost side control.
See out from the backside, but suddenly silenced Forsaken and Petman, marking these angles. Magneto
And the movement's so good here from Putman.
tries to blast back them away.
And Forsaken.
Doesn't quite work out. Off to the
Are you okay?
from
What'd you do? What's wrong? Hello? What the helly? Yo, thank you for the raid. Your name would trip me up. Thaliel's tired? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I was peeing. Thank you for the raid. Casting for any playoffs? I think we're doing a little bit of the end of groups. But yeah, pretty much only playoffs. What was I? Ah, this round.
Surely you don't expect another. Tries to blast back them away, but doesn't quite work out. Off to the judge, out from ropes, and you have.
You have a rifle? 2v2. Paper X have no control. Good seekers.
That gives some further information. You know that one is up by ramp. And you have
Sorry, what?
Some slight resets.
from Patman off the plant.
Am I crazy? Or is there only one seeker here? Oh no, there's a second one. It just got broke.
Where could the other be? It's a little bit obvious as well. But with the smokes coming up, another duel being isolated.
Damn, what a great way to play that. I mean, the seekers is just, it saves them. Doesn't leave them guessing as to where the players could be. Second goes. This shit goes to OT.
Find the duels, trying to isolate the angles, trying to figure out who's where. 10 to 10. As I said, a bit of a lighter investment from
Eco round for RRQ.
Paper PaperX take things real slow, you could choose to use them. But if PaperX decide to
Good pressure.
go in towards their side, would be nobody to stop them.
Okay.
Hey, why not? If there's no one here to welcome them,
This time they're not going to lose a player.
on the site.
Presumably, they lost last time they were playing against the Ecom when they tried to go into post plant because something ended up dying,
Blocking everything off.
and they didn't have control of heaven, and they're still playing everybody's site.
Open as well, give your team as
Low
much
Luster.
options as you can.
Screens being blocked
A pit? It kind of helps them get in.
now coming up.
Cheeky one too.
Secure a possible 11th round.
Yeah, you could see, you know, a Prowler Investor or a Boombot from Monyet, get some paint shells in there as well to clear out the close angles.
Maybe.
Just going to choose to go through heaven instead.
And if you find a little bit more, maybe the alt's coming through as well. Yet then just diving straight in. He's got that judge, and he's just hammering every single player down until Jemkin goes in for a trade of his own.
And dude, I just called it, man. Their pit kind of plays them in. They fucking win. They have so many good ults to try and win this. I didn't communicate that part, but look at this.
Go through heaven instead.
Nade Horn off around the corner. The Paranoia is perfect. The double satchel judge.
Diving straight in. He's got that judge, and he's just hammering every single player down.
Yikes, bro.
Trade of his own. It's just something left, and now he's back.
And no control towards ramp or heaven or anything.
Targets to contend with. All of them.
Something's dropped down to 5 HP. Good luck.
And he's down to 5
Good luck.
HP. X-Pharaoh out for the final frag.
Didn't know the IRQ buy? Why not?
Now coming
Hold tab, buddy. How the fuck do they not know what their money looks like? Look at this shit. 2,400, 2,400, 2,900, 1,900. And then enough for a rifle. 5,700.
Trying to isolate
There's no way you're forcing in that spot.
figure out who's
There's no way.
10 to 10. As I said, a bit of a lighter investment from RRQ coming in towards this round. You've got the
I think that's so troll by PaperX.
Take things real slow. You could choose to use them.
They haven't been making too many mistakes, but that's a big one, bro. It's another eco round at RRQ win. Because, again, main thing is, the pit was pretty bad because it lets them get in, right? But the big thing is they're not holding on to any level of refighting for screens, main control, ramp control, contesting from heaven as the retake starts to come through.
off. So Jemkin's sheriff not able to sing right now.
Potentially playing open as well.
They should know what a buy is, and they should not be conceding this much map control into a post map. I'm sorry, they just shouldn't. That's unacceptable.
Cheeky one too.
Just to secure a possible 11th round.
Yeah.
Look at this, it's crazy.
A Prowler Investor or a Boombot from Monyet, get some
You have two players main looking to try and hold this down, Forsaken and something.
Maybe
just going to choose to go through heaven instead.
And the pit just helps them get all the way in.
the alt's coming through as well. Yet then just diving straight in. He's got that judge.
Patman at the back,
He's just
cleaned up, so all the site anchoring players, and it's all left hands of the players in main.
in for a trade of his own. It's just something
Already watching for it.
he's back up from
As well. Situation that
Mm.
completely different as well.
the 10. RRQ primed for possibly map point with their
Oh, they're about to get fucking shredded.
Be scary as well. Early pit for X-Pharaoh. Will he get sent
A
upon?
pit in main
Not.
Yeah, PaperX possibly looking for the full
is
set.
intriguing.
First pit
Look, yeah, okay, that's good by Jemkin. He needs to seal up the gap,
Yeah, another
the window of opportunity that PaperX had to get ramp control when the pit was being laid down.
a little bit later where
He does his job.
you might want to just be situating yourself as RRQ. You've got the advantage kill. Just
And now you set up that A main control,
where PaperX might look
rotate Jemkin,
not give them an
shore up the rest of the map.
in a one
Monyet has ult. As long as Monyet doesn't die.
here as well. I mean, look at that
Pixel angle playback. Now okay. Now RQ are doing a bit of trolling because they have given up all of A. And so if PaperX take mid control, go ramps, they can squeeze this the pit player.
I was gonna say I want to see what devised.
Where should PaperX pit in a situation? I don't think they should pit
Call for PaperX
in
to
that
go through
spot
fence and start to
because they're on an eco. So it just kind of helps them get in.
would actually be the right call.
making more noise. If
Just play on site
Sparrow pushing
with like one or two players and play heavy main ramp to refight them as they're trying to get in.
to then go in for the A push.
Feels like X-Pharaoh might just have to be a step
And by
back
taking heaven
to make
control.
sure that nobody of PaperX can hold a potential retake from main.
Yeah, this is a bit troll from RQ now.
Into the corner
Because they've just... It's still a bit of the thorn in their side here with the pit up.
Drift out though from Jemkin, wants to find all the
Dimensional drift to try and flood defend.
top, not gonna work, but Jemkin
Paranoia is pretty perfect there.
3 kills now.
And the trades are nice.
Guys trade protocols just to push through and get more space.
Okay, that's a good reaction from RRQ. They played a really fast flood defense, which you kind of need to do as they're trying to get the plan down, because you realize, wait a second, we've lost complete control of Heaven. Hmm.
But will they get any early advantages here? Or will it go back in the favor of RRQ yet again?
Those blades are going to have to be swift and precise, if anything.
Yeah.
Give it a mid-control.
Well,
OP.
how much is it really going to work out? RQ, they've got the defensive setups.
Yeah, something has been cut down a little bit in the beginning of these past couple of rounds, but now, like a hot knife through butter, he really needs to just get them easy.
I respect the play by something there. I respect dashing onto your opponent as they're trying to jump spot. You're rarely going to be ready for that shit. This is insane. This is insane. They're still getting in. Good trade by... Oh, brother. Around that PaperX. Should have had no right winning. Holy shit. Thanks, Drew. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate it.
The one that you want? It's the one that you've been favoring in this map.
At this situation, though,
Get a rifle.
I don't think so. Comes back in, deals with the first, looks for further.
Forsaken was smoking. There was a chance he could have had another 1v1 versus Jing.
Regulation. Operator out yet again for Jemkin. Gonna see nobody home at the B side.
What happened to the nade?
In the top tower, so you fall on back. But here we go, last round of regulation. Operator out yet again for Jemkin. Gonna see
oh, Jing.
What is home is everybody at
unfortunate.
The numbers needed for RQ.
Ah, the refight over ramp is so good by RQ. I'd like to see to try and bail him out, but Jing does. It is with the ult at least. And now, orb up. They don't really call for a pause either. I thought they were going to try and walk up potentially, but they hit the judge. Guys, 2 Seekers went sight, 1 up through A ramp, and there's a judge there. Surely you're reacting to B. They just go sight. I suppose, because you don't have any mid control or B main control. You don't know how pushed Jemkin could be. Damn.
Good chance. Jemkin with the flashes. Does he have the vision? Does he have the sightlines? Looks for the duel, but in for the transfer. Forsaken swings. Attempt from Jemkin at the end there. He's been Forsaken and Jing certainly seeing what they can do here. But we switch things back up. PaperX to the defensive side. See if they can continue with.
Yo, something, bro. You are so hard committed there. Jing nades? Crazy guy? He must have been smoking. He must have been smoking. They're taking fast control of space though onto the site and something, yeah, and he's getting no bail out there. I don't know why something's hard committed into the site in that spot. He has options to back out here. He doesn't have to play in. Surely your team should be yeah, at this point he's committed. Never mind. Yeah, I'm on plat chat.
Trailblazer might be able to get a kill until that snake bite burns it away. Off to the site though.
Huh? Of course you can. Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You told me about it, right? You didn't? Oh. Yeah, buy it. Yeah.
PaperX, some urgency up from heaven, as well as screens possibly, but Jemkin reads that, holds it on elbow. Up to the site though. PaperX, some urgency up from heaven.
Or the paranoia missed. Or just didn't clear Jemkin, I guess. Didn't really miss.
As well as additional angles being found.
These blinds are.
PaperX will have to find kills in order to get a clearer picture into sight. But so far, not good. Drops down.
Monyet plays his life in the spot. They have a double up through main. This crossfire is just elite.
Still holding.
Monyet tries to peek. Is
It's just a final
not really planning for it, but it is planning for main, so they're fine.
away. Xpharaoh alongside Kush.
Devi's been good, but he's not this good.
And that will be that.
It's no time.
Singular tap to break
Watch the EMEA games? Yeah, I'll watch them tomorrow, but what I'm probably going to do is watch some off stream because I have so many games to get through. It's just more efficient to watch them off stream. I did that with 2 of the Pacific games today.
Something glass cannon.
Yeah, a bit of an interesting one. He's kind of fallen off a little bit, right?
I just kind of lock in and bang it out. But I might just boot my stream up and watch the most recent ones, I guess.
Very aware and having a teammate next to you, you feel like, in case you miss the shot.
Could be something that RQ doesn't expect.
Track side up on OT.
This is so risky, but so rewarding.
RQ love this shit. I'm surprised I haven't been doing this more. They just back away. I'm surprised I haven't been doing this more with well, I guess PaperX haven't been all in. They've been slow defaulting a lot.
So you definitely take that as RRQ for what it's worth. Something.
Wow.
He wins the duel against Crazy Guy. Advantage for PaperX into the B side. Dash across, dodging the
Dude, something does not give a fuck.
Do the party.
Lovely movement to sidestep that.
And he's holding the angles with assistance from the team.
Something's going crazy. Doesn't matter though. 1v1? It might matter.
Where does he think the Devi is coming from, though? He's got the ult. The time right now for Devi to get in his head. Devi slowly skulking forward.
Oh, rare Devi
That will be that.
lost in the clutch.
Ends in the very first OT. Final scoreline of 14.
Crazy game though. PaperX need to work on their post plant on A, on split. Can't be losing thrifties like that. Losing against thrifties. That was a major takeaway that I had from that map. But these teams are very good. Also DRX. I think that their Lotus look good. But I don't really like the double sentinel comp that they're playing. I mean, clearly it works well on defense, but they made too many mistakes. They're just making a lot of mistakes. A lot of peaks when they don't need to. A lot of, yeah, a lot of mistakes. And it was happening like across the board. It wasn't just a singular player, but like round losing mistakes at the very top end that they're playing at. The comp is good. They clearly have good protocols, like the defensive setup, the attack side protocols, whatever. But yeah, and then Icebox, they were missing a trick big time. You okay? What happened? Oh. Yeah, that when I was watching that Icebox, PaperX had a really good idea of how to counter their Icebox. I'm not gonna lie. The way that they were playing, it was looking nice. And DRX were very much lost in terms of how to play against it. The way that PaperX were playing with that Omen. They were doing a lot of... I've made notes on it here. I usually forget what I write down. Where is it? I'm trying to find the round that I pulled. There it is. Yeah, look at this. This is awesome. So this comp that DRX are running, it's the Viper Harbor over Teo, basically. So it's nothing crazy. Yeah, I was just scrolling through my notes trying to find this shit. Look at this so normally this comp is gonna salvo pipes main, have some extra level towards like you've got to be aware of potentially someone on belt or pushed up inside here. What you don't expect is someone to already be up in your face fighting. This is an eco round by PaperX, mind you. And watch this shit. Jing TP's ahead of all the salvos, so he breaks the timing up onto that. They paranoia. They pull back immediately. Old PaperX is overcommitting here. They're dying immediately. But they get a pick, they back away, and then they start getting active through mid. They're like already thinking one step ahead towards what DRX are doing. DRX are thinking, oh shit, we dropped a player. We've got to reclaim this gun. Bane is like pulling the weapon back. But already, PaperX are in through mid, clearing through into tube, ensuring that there's nobody that's got a little timing. Innovation, it's not really innovation. It's more just like the Omen pick is super good because this is how most teams are playing A main fights now. And it's like the next evolution of it. Of how do you fuck up the salvos there? You can't. It's not like a nanoswarm where you can break it. Like Crew do the nanoswarm dart against A main here to take control of it, which you can break. Somebody util. You can't break both of them. You can break one of them. That's why it's so good. With this, the salvos are just crazy, and they don't have the dart because they're not running us over. But it's an awesome like evolution and like one way to use this Omen pick to break that timing. Because DRX are trying to take that space. They're not expecting that. They didn't have guns ready whatsoever. It breaks the timing completely. And so DRX have been forced to slow all the way down because they're scared about PaperX. PaperX have recleared through mid. They heard the drone. They don't know where any of these players could be. So much caution. And right now, PaperX is just trying to find a bit of the info into like where the hell are DRX ending. They see the wall go up. DRX make another mistake here. I don't know why Estrella wasn't using his cove ever, but was just sticking the plant. You have a cove, by the way. Tanks a right click, and they snake bite as well, so they take out the planter. But okay, you still have 3 rifles. You should be fine, right? And you have post-plant util. Human even catches up through the flank here. But then something has knives. Wide faces out. They face it all together. Forsaken gets it. And somehow, it turns into a 1v2. Divide peeks, doesn't overpeak. Forsaken starts sticking it, gets dashed upon. Divide plays this about as well as you possibly can. He was going to play off and Forsaken plays the contact. Forsaken, 0 hesitation. Initially, the plan was, okay, Divide takes contact. Forsaken, you get half. Gets off of it before he even gets half and gets ready to instantly trade with no hesitation whatsoever. This kind of shit, this round here, when I was watching it, I was like, you're making me a fan of Icebox as a map with the way you're playing like this. This is... That's an awesome round that shows PaperX making really good decisions. They're outplaying the opponent. Ooh. The little pancakes. Wait, these are going to go crazy, chat. Oh my God, wait a minute. Oh my God. Thank you, Bubble. Oh, these are going to go nuts. But yeah. Old PaperX is not doing that shit. Old PaperX not doing that shit at all. Right, let me take a look at this. Phoenix Jet, Astra Killjoy, Fade. I don't hate the comp. I don't hate it. Yoru, Neon. So you on defense, RRQ going to be able to get mad rotates to flood defend on Pearl. Holy shit. I think American teams have a good advantage compared to Pacific. More time to adapt to tail changes? Yeah, probably. But that just works out like that sometimes. The Chinese teams had a big advantage heading into Bangkok because their travel time was less and they had more time than other teams as well. You can make an argument that the meta didn't shift as nearly as much, but yeah, they definitely have an advantage. It just happens sometimes. Yeah, I heard that Mini was helping him on the defense side. Heavy mid-fight, yeah. They have turret, tucked corner flash peek play. The turret catches contact as a trap play in mid. The PaperX got cooked up. I kind of fuck with it. Forsaken doesn't get caught by the drone. Really important that that's the case. And they give up on the trap play at the right time and start potentially re-exploring. Maybe. Do you? See, Jim.
B is kind of free reign, free territory, right? You gather the orb there as RRQ.
And RRQ have just inserted crazy guy. He hasn't left. Hey, there's been no route clear. I think PaperX have stayed a little bit too long around in this trap play, trying to get value out of it, and now they're pushing deep. At least they're doing it together. They needed mid-round information a little bit earlier than this, in my opinion, because they still don't really have a clue.
Have this year that cuts off through top of mid towards A main. In running the Killjoy, you're expecting to hear a turret or something, right? So if you hear nothing at the moment,
Yeah.
the utility all comes towards this.
Dubai.
Know what's happening. It's gonna have to be a retake.
Yeah, retake where Crazy Guy is
in another.
Where the fuck? Yeah, crazy guy's just like, they just left him in A. They left his ass in A.
A real tricky one. PaperX though, they eliminate that turret, so RQ begins to watch their flanks somewhat. That's when Forsaken alongside Divide.
The trouble is, Forsaken and Divide can't really go fast here. They need to wait for the long players, and RQ are already aware of it. Look, you can hear the rumble on the metal.
This is a 5v4 in clarity. PaperX are just happy to
Try and peek this together.
fights head on.
Ah, they didn't clear towards the back. Yeah. I like the idea by PaperX, but I think they need to give up on the trap play a little bit sooner. And yeah, Caster is pointing it out perfectly. They had no mid-round information to work with. There's a new boogie just bought.
Too much. That's really going to work favor for them. Just coming into this second round though, lots of rifles, deep lanes on this map, of course. For something bringing out the Marshal.
You can be like, I accidentally bought the physical set. It's gilded in real gold. It costs $20,000.
Something falling first. This might be where that happens.
I mean, it is the second round though, right?
Fair enough. Goes in for the repeat. He spots numbers and spades, and he calls out for the team.
But what can you do here? You've got your
stagger bodies.
Yeah,
it's good. For the spam into the smoke. Jing? Jing is just get the fuck out of here, bro. If he killed Jemkin, I'm about to go crazy. It's super winnable round there. Super winnable.
Yeah, needed to hit that shot at the end there with that Marshal. Take out Jemkin one-on-one. Different scenario potentially. Lion share damage done by Jing.
Do you believe in a choo-choo train?
As well with the classic, that would be an absolute monstrous performance to come out.
They look good. They look good.
See played in the game of VALORANT no more. A Jing special, better Jemkin better. Looking to see who's going to be the top.
What? End of the evolution. We tower above the flesh heap of man, shepherding the lesser colors.
Something falling a little bit.
I mean, yeah, that's a little bit strange. Could be inferred very differently.
Carrying that over in towards this one. Now the bonus round for PaperX.
For RRQ, bonus.
Love to see something get his head back into the game, especially in a crucial round like this one. But Jemkin out from the back with the dimension.
Yep, man who flunked Arsenal.
Love to see
not naming any names.
Get his head back into the game, especially in a crucial round like this one. But
RQ trying to go for a bit of a B split. And just spots out something's position. That's a crazy shot by crazy guy. Jing out for heaven. He's waiting for the smoke and he's gonna ult flasher.
Just waiting for the right time.
Plant. Here it is. Wait for it. Nice little molly. Denies a plant. The rest of his team can try and play in off the space. Very no way. No way. Ooh, dude, Cushy almost wins that shit.
Cushy nearly came away with the goods there. That would have been a sinister round for RRQ to find. Just one alive. You asked who's got the dog in them a little bit earlier, Quack. I think all 10 players have the capability to do that right now in this map.
Push us to a map 5, maybe. Patman with the stability, though.
towards the A site now. Drone in early to back it on up as well. Monyet to be sent on in. Devi has to be really
Oh, Devi. Yeah, he's just stuck at the back of the side there. Difficult spot to be in if you're Devi, to be honest. Forsaken does well. Or Devi does well to break the drone. But wide swinging, I mean, already scaled out. He was in a safe position. He didn't really need to face that.
Quick contact, and PaperX has no choice but to hang back. Reinforcements have arrived, however. I don't know how much it's really going to provide.
That lockdown makes things so awkward as
Oh!
well, doesn't it?
Give up your life for the lockdown, but PaperX will
Dude, they got Molly retake line.
pull off because of that ult. Patman, though, finds elevation to take the lockdown.
Yo, Monyet, what the fuck are you doing?
Just Xfera left, but he does have vision. Stars up.
I think I pulled too.
Takes down.
Crazy that he peeks off that.
And then for Petman to hold, does he have the goods? He hops up the stairs. Xfera
Wow, what a nice clutch.
a Red Bull clutch.
That's a wild round. I mean, listen, couple of mistakes from both sides.
How he is with a round in tow.
Couple of mistakes from both sides.
Things look a
Not
little
gonna lie, Devi didn't really need to die here, but that's all good.
You've got a lockdown in play as well. The ult economy at the moment, right? You have the dimensional drift last round, nearly working out.
Monyet also was like
This time a lockdown
desperate to try and clear Patman out of the spot, but
starting to really
yeah,
Used by that one.
and that
interesting
resets
ideas.
PaperX a little bit coming into this new round too. Something with an outlaw, plays in one, but nobody seen towards the B site here for RRQ.
Dude, what I'm noticing is RQ just do not default. They don't slow default so far in this game. They are so fucking all in. They start so many rounds with 5 players just grouped up.
Yeah, Jing as well on the Phoenix, right? No flashes, so it's good timing on the Nebula at least to stave off any rush attempts from RRQ. If you can try and force them towards the B side at the moment, you're very happy with that as PaperX, right? That's where your outlaw is. That's where the main gun.
Bro, it's 6 p.m. already.
Right now, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. A minute to go. RRQ.
Insert into A main, reclear through mid or something, bro. Or B.
They continue this one, Quack.
Just checking out the back.
Something has not been pushed off this line.
PaperX had pushed up before, so trying to work around that, but yeah, it does come down to something, doesn't it? Until
PaperX have no mid-round info. They haven't broken the turret mid.
play the angle.
They haven't made a play for anything.
Jemkin.
He's got a gate crash. It's all right.
Hasn't it been next?
That's so risky by Jemkin still.
Holding the angle. Hot hand spent though.
Oh, that's
They bait it with the stars. Oh, something. What the fuck? That was almost on the head.
Enough for the
Knives?
to come out. 20 seconds and RQ needs.
too far.
Yeah, unfortunate something. Tried to find his moment.
Doing this all day, yeah.
But RQ denies it.
Makes things really
I've only been live less than 2 hours, but I watched 2 best of 3s before this.
And the hot hands were already spent, so
My
RQ
brain's getting it
has
cooked, to be honest, a bit spent.
angles up towards heaven. The swing out from Forsaken does aid them somewhat until the rest of RQ just pulled down their mouse. Forsaken with 30 HP will be quickly dealt with, and RQ marchers.
If PaperX just on these ecos make a little play, like some mid control or
towards a rifle round, but
I don't know, just fighting something,
timeout as PaperX, right? You don't have
they'd be in such a good spot
you're starting to lose
to like over rotate players and potentially win these.
reads. It feels like we've just seen
Back in
Timeout. I would be calling for
first.
the team to get more active right now
Members there
in
already.
that timeout.
A little bit of a wrong read in that scenario.
I mean, he's hungry, almost too hungry, starved for these moments. He hasn't found them. RQ, meanwhile,
Change up for PaperX.
So okay, dude, straight out the back of the timeout, we're gonna push A main.
RRQ are going to start to sniff a bunch of this.
You
utility.
do not have great control over the woods, but that's okay.
Up through A main. Meanwhile, dimensional drift at B.
oh, PaperX will
Yeah.
Sparrow, something almost nearly losing his life, but still the sight handed over onto RQ. Forsaken with the Odin spam, however, fully blind.
Good trade.
Unfortunately,
Well, it wasn't quite a trade, but they equalize.
the
No way, Devi.
It's the Vi who stops.
Fuck off.
Ken's still alive, remember?
And he's still able
No
to
way.
pull it out by Halls.
Cushy.
once again.
Oh, he doesn't know about Jing.
Planet. There's a full minute
This is insane, bro. This is actually insane. The pace that these teams are playing at is non-stop.
Maybe
has
get out.
flashes as well, down to holding the angle. Jing trying to get a bit more space. Devi is low, so he knows.
Which you'd really expect, I guess, from PaperX, but they have been playing a lot slower generally.
Spike plant, and that's
Good timeout by Alex.
swings out.
Fight for some map control. Stop being so passive. You don't really know where the fuck they're landing because they are just all in slow.
Can have a second go.
They're not really. It's not even a slow spread default by RRQ. They're just kind of taking map control and never being contested or punished for it.
Yeah, destroy a bit of the economy though as RRQ. You forced them for a bit of a lesser buy, though they did win 2 thrifties in the last map. So
Oh my god, man. Yeah, what the fuck is that?
down for the count.
And PaperX upwards into main. Still trying to hold the angle.
Team flash, all good.
RRQ continues to peek out, but this will be
Start rotating players right now, brother.
It's only for
Start rotating players right now. You've lost art control. You need to reclear art. You need to reclear art.
Needed to see a lifeline.
Got to reclear art.
to PaperX to keep them in a
Stars are going down. Forsaken's being threatened. You don't really know what the fuck's going on.
spotted out from
Jump spot is essential that he gets info there, but I don't know if he saw it before the smoke popped up and bloomed.
for the right moment.
9-4.
Sent over by his team, but into the smoke.
Yeah, there's that lack of art control. Cushy's just killed 2 of them.
Continues to push into Link.
He's found both of them at the A site. What does this mean for RRQ? Do they stay B?
50 seconds. There's so much time in a round. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Ask yourselves as PaperX, and that
And he gets the buy. Cushy's just taking over.
another kill, and the spike back into B.
It doesn't really
This
matter.
is
So at the
not-
moment you feel like Patman and Forsaken are confused.
This is not the PaperX I was watching
Are they going? And
earlier today versus
back into B. Now you know.
versus
But at
DRX.
this point, how can you really play out the round? You pick up a weapon, but Cushy's already found you from behind. RRQ, masterclass at working the map.
That's and then going for the re. Well, it feels like a bit of to and fro.
Good shit.
Come A, don't come A.
It's worse from a macro point of view. I was really impressed with PaperX versus DRX because they were making really good macro decisions.
Big divide invested too. Let's just
And then straight at the time, I'm like, finally, they're fighting for a bit of map control, but
PaperX
once you post somebody up, you don't need to sit there with 3 players, 2 players. You need to go re-clear out through art, so you're not left wondering what the fuck's going on.
Lockdown. Cushy being able to provide such a performance for RRQ.
Now they're just on an eco, so contact walk.
PaperX, all the
Might get lucky.
but RRQ ready for the
Ah,
play.
they're all lined up.
Aware.
Mistakes
Aren't laughing though.
No, absolutely not. See what they've got in store for us on this round. As mentioned, Jing still holding on to the runner back. 6-point ulti. You can refresh that time and time again to have huge success.
Hard split.
Like Pearl.
And even with the
Devi is so hard committed.
the entire PaperX core on the A site needs to hold
Good luck.
through.
He tried to time in a drone. He's fucked.
Devi is stuck. The
He's
fact that
fucked.
he loses that duel, super awkward. The fact that the
Because they don't have control of art, their own lockdown has to be used in a really weird space. This lockdown's just useless.
The only way that this goes forward for PaperX is if they begin to find the picks.
It does push RQ onto the site, though. I will say that much. The positioning should be more predictable, but they've repositioned over towards art, so RQ just too good set up right now in the post.
Crazy guy holding the angle, but gets spotted out by Jing. Jemkin holding out from stairs.
Nice movement by Forsaken.
Drift. Where is he gonna
Yeah, he kind of needs to exit the ult. Forsaken's so fucking aware.
swing, but still the rounds
Okay, it was actually fine.
Forsaken picking one.
I was a bit worried about their lockdown, because I'm like, this doesn't stop them from execing, but it did make the fights easier, I suppose.
At the end by PaperX, despite losing Devi early on.
And kind of lucky that
Available. Just trying to take it into their own hands. Something. And
Forsaken didn't die. Honestly,
Found it's Forsaken. Goes dimensional
here, this moment,
V3 and RQ happy.
if Crazy Guy just takes a shot,
Up. Crazy guy holding the angle, but gets spotted up.
RQ probably still win that.
so that lifeline yet again given over.
Reed Stir, thank you for the tier 1, fresh tier 1 sub. Appreciate it.
Chip away again
Thank
against
you
the
very much.
one round from RRQ. Still leaning towards this A side, a bit of a split through art where there's going to be no info from PaperX. They're going to have to try and have a focal point towards winning this main fight.
Precisely that. PaperX hasn't really played this position. Then that's
They've
why
just given up art and main. They haven't fought for any of this. You gonna refight?
At the right time, the C's as well.
Yeah, they're waiting for Jing to get in there with a flash.
The fact that they get out of there, is this just the leave A? We've seen too many members.
Yeah, looking for
And
contact.
now they're all repositioning out towards Con, and they've left Devi on a fucking island.
But also
He's just alone.
to bypass all of
I guess they have an alarm bot actually, so he's gonna know if he's getting pressured.
angles, but the overdrive,
So quick.
can he really connect the shot?
Wow.
Does. In with the tailwind as well. He does have a shorty, his favorite weapon.
Perfect util.
Stunned up now, but
Perfect util by RQ.
just a second longer.
Sours into the stun is time to perfection.
Devi has to use the cosmic
Chef's kiss on that shit right now.
be good.
That is nice.
And you are dead as Jemkin. No. Out with 15 and Crazy.
That is real nice.
Such support. It's the angles once again. RRQ. A couple up by Pillar, but but Forsaken marks it.
PaperX might still win this though.
Operator being marked down as well, but 'cause she
1v2.
still comes up with another kill.
Xfero was like super late. Insane peak by Putman.
Confidence, and it's down to Xfero.
Dude, this is the most APAC round of all time, I'm not gonna lie.
Forward. Cosmic divide up.
Pull.
Gravity well as well, and it's in for
Oh, Devi in the clutch.
Kalish Rashidi clutching up.
Dude, that round was pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. From both teams. PaperX getting more active, trying to aggressively fight and re-clear. RRQ making a really active decision. They don't slow it down, they just try and find the weak sites and hit into it. Which they do, they clear it up, and they have a nice util combo into the back. But then it's like PaperX hero moments at the end, like Devi clutching. Damn. Then the retake smoke, I wasn't really paying attention to be honest. There was too much going on in that round. And I don't want to get into the habit of pausing and rewinding at this point, even though I'm still going to do it.
That might alleviate some pressure for the rest of the team, but still. Oh, 4 members.
Pause. 4 players fighting A main, and you have no util for mid control other than the alarm bot at double doors. This is not how I would be playing this. But it works because they, that's a spike, bro. That's the spike. That could go so wrong if RQ just decide to default mid.
See that this is an investment from RRQ. You know that if you win this round, you're resetting them come the last round of the half where what? They might be picking up the Armageddon for Crazy Guy. They're not close to really anything else bar Xfero needing to find 2 picks, 2 ulti points. So this was a much needed round for PaperX.
Yeah, if you're PaperX, I mean, you're happy to play the next round a little bit slower. That's why this push up A main was just so unexpected, but well crafted by the team. We've seen
It's a save. I don't know why I'm watching this. I was just thinking about smokes for some reason. I was like thinking about retake smokes on Astra, and I was like cooking up potential retake smokes in my head rather than just talking about a game. Because of what you mentioned, Tak. I was just thinking, what would be a good smoke on the retake? How would you get yourself in? Again, such a big fight. Crazy shot by Jing. And they're just all in. Dude, RQ, leave. 6-6, I'm just skipping that shit. Defender smoke on B. Oh, yeah, here. It's like an anchor smoke. Because it lets the backhauls player exit out. Or play deep onto the site and get players in through CT. This is a nice smoke. Pretty common, though, from what I remember. I've just never thought about it. Dude, I've just realized that I've been trying to explain this lineup to like Jack and Alice playing Fade on this map for so long, and I'm pretty sure I've been telling them to jump throw, and it's just a left click throw, and I've just been fucking telling them wrong. I think I've just been trolling them the entire time. Whoops.
Pistol collections. Looking to remove a bit of this utility over through art, but meanwhile, RRQ
Figured it out.
They've got A main control.
I've just been trolling all of you, I think.
Giving an idea to Gemkid.
Yeah, with the pushes out from A main.
Good reaction by PaperX. Look at this. They hear presence out towards it. They fight towards mid. They take out the alarm bot. Work in mid once they hear heavy A main. Why do they make the right reactions on attack, but they don't do it on defense?
Well, you might need a reposition. And now get Crash out of there.
Info found, and rotations beginning to move across the board, but you do have some slight lurks all across. Forsaken, possibly.
Monya's going to be here quick, though. Remember, on the Neon, can sprint on over quickly.
I'll tell you what, it's just as quick.
Jemkin trying to hold on to backside. Like Walls trying to get the team in, too. Really hard fights to take. Somehow still gets one is ludicrous behavior. Forsaken's instantly there with the trades. And then putting a squeeze on the horse player too. Think of a downtime? There is no downtime.
Do they push up though? Surely not. You've got the turrets, you've got the placements. Just more obstacles for Crazy Guy to contend with until the spike goes down. Crazy Guy trying to find the
Red Kabaddi, what the sport where they wrestle? The wrestling sport?
Especially back hall when you consider it's Jing with the flash.
Dude, Taco's lineups is just I'm not a visual. I'm not a audio to convert to visual kind of guy when I'm trying to learn shit. I need to see a picture. I can't visualize from words too well when it comes to people trying to explain stuff. Which is weird because I read a lot and I can visualize really well with that, but I just can't do it with being explained instructions. Dude, this best of 5 goes so fucking long. It goes so fucking long, man. I'm pretty sure this also goes to OT.
Well, we've seen the current teams do that, but this is SEA, Komodo. We expect...
The problem is, though, there's a very big difference when you've got Jing here.
Yeah, that's true.
On the Phoenix, you're so quick to get this ulti.
Oh, and look at something.
He's hungry, but...
Once again, it's SEA. We expect literature. We expect absolute cinema.
Farewell, Captain. 8-6, PaperX still continuing this lead. Still for me.
It's dying at the spike.
A main, but seeing something. What can they be set up for on this Teho as well from Crazy Guy? Now, coupled with a bunch of this Astra Star.
Tactical pause. I got to pull up a lineup in Discord.
Of the A main, but seeing something in return from PaperX.
He would take a gander that you're right around the corner.
More crazy shot by something. To anticipate that too, because I love playing that angle as Yoru because it's people just never clear that shit. They're watching for back pillar. They're not watching for that.
Yeah, that's gorgeous from Jing, isn't it? One away from the runner back at the moment, and you're looking to potentially establish the plant with all of the numbers here for RRQ.
And you just expect the spike corner being planted. Monyet with a great spam. However, PaperX able to refill space. Forsaken on the flank.
Noted by the turret, though.
Does bring some attention away. The rest of the team have begun to hold down the positions, but Monyet
This is chaos.
towards back halls.
The wall does help PaperX RRQ get in even. 1v1. Oh, Forsaken's got a full sprint. Cushy should know this just by hearing the footsteps. Yeah. Think of the match so far? I think it's I think PaperX are like playing worse than when they played versus DRX, but I think it's just because both of these teams are happy to play a really fast tempo. DRX were playing double Sentinel, which forced PaperX to slow down when I watched that game. And same could be said of Gen G actually. Gen G kind of quite a slow team. So the tempo was kind of set like at a normal pace, but both of these teams are quite eager to make decisions actively, quickly. I think it's opening them up to more mistakes. And in terms of macro shit too, it's been a bit more hit and miss. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like PaperX are playing a worse macro compared to when they played against DRX, but I think that might just be a symptom of them playing faster.
Meanwhile, PaperX possibly looking to go and extend this gap from 2 rounds to maybe 3-round gap. They've got the guns, they've got the space right now. Something up towards the
Gamble stack isn't going to be doing shit here. I'm going to skip this.
Towards the back.
At least not giving it to them.
Yeah.
You've not looked the rounds to Q is what do you have on the defenses? Because on this map, you've not looked the greatest.
Yeah, they've been playing with their cards close to their chest, but right now, once again, some slight aim.
Crazy.
Jemkin with the goods.
Beautiful angle.
That's a sharp shot to get a leg up in this round. Force PaperX to have a different approach.
This is nice though. The break turret. I don't know what something's doing here. It's just like being inserted in, but no one's watching the connector angle for him, so it's like, you're not worried about someone peeking you? Bro is so confident.
Nobody's home, so maybe you're pivoting a little bit back.
Maybe they've got a read from VOD review though, knowing how RRQ are going to play that scenario. Because the RRQ just holding through sewers.
Not even getting marked by it. Now there's a very slight window of opportunity to sneak up as soon as that smoke dissipates.
Yeah, but this is going to be a wild one, isn't it? RRQ building up all of this utility for a huge retake.
Yeah, it comes down to the fights. Paper X, every single one holding up by Pillar. Save for something who's up around B Link, maybe able to
Down a player.
I don't know about that range.
Saken is trying to play inside the smoke and he's a pick in the spot. Wall up 2. Trying to get a sick. They do get that. And they get the pull perfectly timed. 1v1? What gun does he have? I don't think he's got a gun. Yeah, he's got no bullets, bro. Oh my god. Something didn't have any bullets in the outlaw. So Cushy could have stuck that. But I guess if he did, then something's dashing onto him with a shorty. But damn. How explosive this is. Crazy round by Paper X. In like ridiculous reactions to hit, like just hit that after seeing only a glimpse of the head. Does that mean this goes to OT? Did I misread the score? Paper X are just in full control.
Meanwhile, for Paper X, the gap just gets wider and wider in towards A main control now.
I like the initiative at least from the duelists over towards B main. You'll pick up an ulti orb there for Jemkin. Alpha Monyet. You're both one away now from the ults.
Very aggro, but Devi's watching.
Space now as well, right? Pistols again.
This goes OT, bro. This is Paper X up to 11. It should be, based on what I'm looking at right now. Okay, I skip ahead 10 seconds. Munya gets fucking 2 and an ult. No util to clear this. Pama doesn't have any dogs. Oh, that's why, bro. That's why. I was like, where's the Prowler? My right click does not do that shit, by the way. Oh, it's unbelievable by Munya. It's unbelievable.
Forsaken has been noted as well. So
yeah, they don't double peek into the smoke together.
Is it safe enough to truly get the spike planted? The cosmic divide invested.
Been a lot of that.
Forsaken continuing to.
That's how I felt watching Paper X. DRX2 was like, the teams are making mistakes, but also they're good enough to jump on them when they see the opponents making mistakes.
Look at this, juggling the guns to get them away out of Arky's reach. He can go for a full spray if Xfera gets a smoke down on the spike and then get.
Did they pull already?
What it comes down to.
I don't know if he's got pull or not. No, he doesn't. They pulled early. I don't know why Devi pulled. Oh, he's kind of fucked it there. Look, they have Star on a spike. He pulls now. Why does he pull? Mistake, maybe? No one tapped. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, maybe because there's a.
He can go for a full spray if Xfera gets a smoke down on the spike and then get the other gun to continue the spray.
And that's what it comes down before. And look at this, juggling the guns to get them away out of Arky's reach.
He can go for a full spray if Xfera gets a smoke down on the spike and then get the other gun to continue the spray.
And that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't hear the tap timing. Devi's also pretty far away, so he's worried that they're on it. But that might be a miscom from someone on his team being like, they could be on, I guess. Because Xfero pulls back his star, which looks like a full commit into the smoke. Oopsie. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe someone commed that they were on for some fucking bizarre reason. Yeah. It's a weird one. Well. It's okay. I would not be able to hit that shit. It just hurts to watch. Dude, they are. Pac-Man is alone in backside here, and he's so lucky that the crosshair placement wasn't ready for that shit, because why would you be? Except you kind of should be expecting it, because PaperX has been playing like this the entire time. At least on this map. Jing's farmer, yep.
That could be the map.
Yeah. See what the beginning installments look like in this one at the moment towards the B site, where I say, right, RRQ gathering the A main control at the moment. You're either seeing PaperX there and leaving, knowing the numbers, or they're not there at the very beginning.
I just got PTSD flashback to like one of my first TF2 casts, and I was so nervous that my filler word was at the moment.
Installments look like in this one at the moment towards the B site, where I say, right, RRQ gathering the A main control at the moment. You're either seeing PaperX
Because Komodo's doing the exact same fucking thing.
or they're not there at the very beginning. They're over at B, and you have to see that cheetah rotation from Jemkin come out nice and early. Great lurks come out from Forsaken, smoking off where the alarm bot has generally been to slip into there unexpected.
He's been doing this all half. PaperX has
Dude, Cushy dies, you have no control whatsoever. Oh, dude, there's no way. They okay, they do make a good decision to squeeze this shit, and they break the lockdown. There wasn't really much pushback. So that's 2 ults gone, and you've lost your player advantage. Is it that bad of a filler? It was when I was using it. I used it like every sentence in TF2. It's not that bad at all. Everyone has filler words. That's called human speech. There was nothing wrong with him saying it. He just said it back to back really quickly, and it reminded me of when I was first getting started casting. Wall up to try and get them in. Looking for these early peaks. Off angle by something. They pull. Pushed out. Jemkin gets one. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. Half. Earned. What the fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ.
For something there with the shorty missing those shots, getting immediately on towards the defuse. You've got to feel hard.
That's a brutal one.
For a situation that you thought RRQ are not going to win. They lose the first duel with a great heads up change over yet. They know that they have to
brutal.
Next round because they need more in consecutive affair. Job's not done. They're pushing up A main. Petman's contending for that spot.
Petman is fucking alone here, by the way. What are you doing, buddy? It's not an ace play. It's like, yeah. Wall to try and get them in. They're gonna plant backside. Question mark. Device out in the open. A lot of damage done. Backside players just been cleaned up. Yeah, it almost feels like PaperX are getting lost in the tempo again. All the stuff that I was so happy they were doing in their prior game, like inserting the pace switch ups, contacting around a little bit. They were doing it on Fracture, actually. It's gone on this map. These teams are just sending it at this point. I got Jemkin is better right now. Well, considering I don't know who Raga is, I can't tell you. What region did they play in? Oh, fight. XLG or China? Surely bait. I haven't watched any Chinese Valorant. It's not bait. I have not watched a single Chinese match in stage 1 so far. I haven't needed to. At some point, I'll watch the China VODs, but it won't be anytime soon. It'll be closer to Toronto.
Just as soon as the round rips off, a clone towards the back as well, and PaperX won't deal with it. Could you imagine?
300 ACS every map is kind of ludicrous.
Challenge over B, nice and early. Different look. No A main control. But a similar look towards the actual smokes utilized now. An entrapment towards...
That's a lovely TP flash. I do really like that.
That's all they needed. What a call.
You said it is good? Yeah, I mean, I'll take your word for it. I'm not doubting, trust me. Josh has been telling me the same thing. I just haven't watched the Chinese VODs yet because there's been no reason to. Toronto's like a month away. And I'm not working the first half of it, so.
Gonna have to see what Forsaken can potentially do here. What gap can he find? You've already seen a change up of Kushi's utility as well, right? Being protected.
But it's just singular movement.
Surely you save these guns if you're Paper X.
Which means RQ are fully aware.
They're just not phased, right? 5 versus 3.
Surely you save, no?
So just holding the angles now. Forsaken though, snuck all the way through the back. If the timing is right, he might be able to find a bit more. Down for the flicks, he gets the first.
I think I see why this goes to OT.
The flash, but not able to re-peek. Xpero just puts up a huge wall, and Petman running for his life.
Paper X in this spot here. Or just make a draw. If Forsaken gets a pick, you play for the round. You have 50 seconds left. You do not fucking go for this. 3v5.
So just holding the angles now. Forsaken though, snuck all the way through the back. If the timing is right, he might be able to find a bit more.
If they save these 3 guns, they can get a buy going. Presumably for this round coming up now. Yeah, they would have been able to buy. And now they've forced with shit guns.
But I'm seeing, you know, Jemkin with the dimensional drift and a Judge in mid doors.
Oh, it just does its thing. The Prowler was there for check as well, but Monyet a trigger quicker. Rex reeling from the loss of that one.
And again, just the same utility over at main bar, the salvos, right? A deeper nebula. You force your opponents to respect that one. Now you get the information by the alarm bot that, well, we need to adjust a little bit. Play retake again if we need. We've got a dimensional drift to scope that one out.
The one slight light at the end of the tunnel that I can see for Paper X is if Jing finds a run it back into further space being taken up for the team. They're going to opt for the Cosmic Divide to block off back sight.
Good timing.
Nano Swarms.
Yeah, good timing. It'll just waste the time on this Cosmic Divide. Start to go for the plan. Ooh, got him.
And that's done. A perfect skull executed wallbang kill. Secondary plant attempt, and something sticks it. Will it be enough though? Paper X has
He kills at this point.
Something then opting to go around stairs. He does have support from Petman in this area. A seize would be great as well, but it's the Guardian. I don't know how it's going to be. Defy with a possible
spam, yeah, onto the pings.
Main, but still, the shots, the dimensional drift, it susses out all. Intelligence has been found, and RRQ, the
How the fuck does it go to OT? This is like, they're going to be working with scraps at this point, aren't they? Guardians, half armor, few rifles.
That could be massive. Back towards normalcy for RRQ, pushing forward to get Monyet on the overdrive. Meanwhile, Jing up with the runner back. The team is with him too, and they're stuck in the Armageddon.
In for the relay bolt as well, and it's RRQ finding advantage. Defy though trades it right back up, but there's a lockdown.
Dude, the pace has just been turned up to 11 between these two teams on this map. All caution thrown out. Dude, Fracture is a map where you see more pace than Pearl. Pearl is one of the slowest maps that we've got on our pool in terms of how teams play it, and the pace is faster than Fracture. Look at this.
4 HP though. How long Paper X might be able to push us into overtime. Jing now with the
Double up into backside.
Op being played by Defy as well. It's a position that surely RRQ doesn't expect, so they will continue to march forward. Offside, past Flowers.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Has a flash, has a molly as well. How on
Did he earn the molly?
Possibly play this? He goes into check.
Wow, bro, the spray almost catches another bullet into Jing's head. Holy fuck. Okay, OT. I do miss APAC ranked. It's a good training ground.
We kick things off with RRQ, slow march up B.
Oh, you say slow, but they're pretty fast in towards this one, aren't they? 4 members again from Paper X, going back to tried and tested, gather the orb, gather the A main control, play on the stalling utility that Forsaken has down, and he's actually got a judge.
Paperex, 4 players re-clearing, no presence in through lane. You've left your 1 player on island. It's that same util that we saw. Stun connects. Oh wait, they haven't cleared him. And he has a fucking judge. He doesn't get a kill. Cushy gets 2. Honestly, dare I say, unlucky for Forsaken. Unlucky, dare I say. He should have probably got 2 in that spot. He dodged a flash and everything. Nah, let's try. No time.
Not able to find the burst necessary. RRQ
looked a little bit down for the goods as
Cushy going for that lurk. All of a sudden he brings it out. This time RRQ on the defense. They've done this good so far. Can they complete the run? Paperex.
Yeah, when I see that judge, I'm thinking he gets 2 every day of the week.
As well, right? You're waiting out for the Nebula over at A main before going together as a team.
Might not expect the glass cannon op either.
Dude, you don't expect this. Did something smoke his own cross? No, he didn't. So Jemkin is just like suspecting that there could be someone there, but he's still holding it. He thinks it might be fake presence. It depends if he catches his timing or not. Oh, bro. Bro. Jemkin gets 1 here. When does the gate crash run out? I can't tell. Not soon enough. Oh, Jemkin. Round 24, map 3, Liquid versus Fnatic.
5 versus 3. RRQ setting themselves
Who won the EMEA games? I have no idea. I'm assuming. I don't know. Liquid? Hmm? Liquid did win. Yeah. What's going on with the FPS? Alright.
Necessary to propel themselves forward. Another OT, and they show that they have the true resistance.
It's crazy that Paperex had a way worse defense, and yet that still went into OT. Like RQ's defense, at least I think they had ideas of how they wanted to refight shit. Paperex managed to still make that really close with the quality of their players. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Dude, this goes to 5. This goes to... Wait, wrong game. No, right game. Dude, Dude, it goes to 5. I got 2 more maps left. It's almost 7 p.m., dog. My brain's cooked at this point. I thought I was going to be able to watch another best of 5. My brain is fucking cooked. I'm going to go pee. I'm going to take a break. I think I've lost more hair. No, I don't think I'll do the grand finals. I thought I was going to be able to do the grand finals, but nah. It's the only way forwards? No, there's one other way. There's another way. There's another way. This is downtime. This is me taking a much needed break, to be honest. I'm putting the old standing desk into motion. Hello. Oh, Christ. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna link Zombo. I'm down for some downtime. I need something else. I need an interruption. Wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a battle royal match, and the winner will be the Mukano Universal Champion.
This is fucking sick.
The winner of this match will stay as the last man standing. Therefore,
Holy graphics, bro.
and steps out of the ring will go for once and for all. And now, let the match begin.
What? They're just beating the shit out of each other. Bro, it's fucking carnage. Dude, where's the, isn't WWE meant to be like about the fucking stories? The storylines? Like there's no setup, it's just like 100 men beating the shit out of each other. Bro, what is going on? And they're just screaming. Eddie Monster has been eliminated. Dude, not Eddie Monster. Oh my god, it's brutal. Oh, Jesus. Oh! Karu has been eliminated. Oh, not into the post, bro. Perez versus RQ. Dude. What's happening? He just broke his back. Bro, he put him into the fucking torture chamber. Look at this shit. What is going on here? What is happening? He was waiting for his time to strike. He's like, actually, I'm going to think twice about that. I'm not going to jump on them. I'm going to hurt somebody. Two burly men just beating the piss out of each other. They're running out of energy. Isn't like a battle royale you're supposed to like slowly introduce people in? Oh my god, he's gonna break that kid's spine like Bane from the Batman movies. He just threw him out. He just fucking threw him out. Dude, this is... Oh my god. Mulefu has been eliminated. No. Oh, bro. Butsambala has been eliminated? Dude, that guy's lower back, that's a herniated disc. What the fuck are they doing? That's insane. He wasn't even ready for that shit. He hit his head on like rock. That's a snap. That's a snap neck for sure. Spine broken? Question mark. What happened? Porno has been eliminated. Oh, oh, oh. This is fucking ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous. It just doesn't end. Much like this best of 5 that I have to keep watching.
Taken up against our RQ, even the loss.
Start casting his playoffs. Dude, I'm fucking down. Down to move into that shit.
Ahead in those OTs, but Jemkin is the only one currently going positive on RRQ's side, and insurmountably so. 70 kills already across these 3 maps. He's the only one positive for the team.
What is IRQ's opening default? Let's get in here. Dude, that was a wild break of play. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Yeah, I'm back in.
Insurmountably so. 70 kills already across these 3 maps. He's the only one positive.
RQ salvo up through boiler. On top boiler here. Turret's gone. I mean, it was pulled back by Devi. Paperex are just full pushing? Oh my fucking god. When you're going to be calling for help? No. RQ reacts, question mark? Into A?
Looking for the swing, looking for the picks with the sheriff. He does get a good chunk of damage.
Fully invested in that?
Should still be getting down to pretty.
I don't blame you for not being invested in this though.
Checks towards the back. Here's some footsteps. Needs to swing back.
The storylines just aren't there compared to what I just watched. This is wild shit though from RQ. They've just completely flipped the A side. They've had to be honest, with the amount of Paperex plays on the flank. Salvos. Oh my god, there's a chance. The pace hasn't stopped. They've carried it forwards from the last map. They're sending it. Much like that Ugandan WWE wrestling soft ground match that we just watched. They're just sending it. Jemkin went armor and got an outlaw ball from him.
No, probably not. Back to normal things. You are playing in a bit of an anti-eco.
They spot that shit.
Outlaw, by the way, that's been gifted to Jemkin courtesy of Crazy.
RQ enjoyers? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. They've been looking fucking nice. They've been looking nice. Same with Paperex at times. Paperex did give all a B, but I think that's a nice box moment, to be honest.
The side of Paperex as well, marking the lurk out by mid, so X-Pharaoh's gone. And also,
that's a nice box moment. There's no real comfortable way to hold on.
To play far back.
Yeah, very slow and steady, which means that eventually Crazy Guy, well, just now, in fact, will get the salvos back online for RRQ. In this sort of situation, though, for Paperex, you know, you don't want to see them just overdo things. Play quite patiently. Wait and see where.
If you let the time sink this low, though, you're gonna run into. Well, salvos forwards, just in case there was a nanoswarm there, and they're gonna try and pull players. They have pulled players. They're gonna get an open plant on A. 30 seconds left. Must skip that shit because they probably get in. Yeah, they do. Most important thing is probably trying to keep this outlaw into the next at this point. Because Jemkin is so fucking hyper committed, it's unbelievable. Yeah, you're not saving that. Okay. Do they have post line util for this? They have salvos. That's it. They just have salvos. It's not winnable. Well, no, not winnable.
Yeah, it's still going to be the full defuse. A flawless round for Paperex.
Oh.
And lose to consider.
That's pretty bad for RQ. This Crazy Guy has to go into a stinger now because of that. I swear to God, I never see the outlaw buy work when teams do it on their eco. I never see it work.
And they've been a little bit back and forth with the pistols, but right now, it's a pretty good start.
Slow and steady for RRQ towards the safe side, I think.
And they've been a little bit back and forth with the pistols, but right now it's a pretty good start.
Slow and steady for RRQ.
Jing just got spotted there, I guess. Yikes! Holy shit.
Well, Divide coming in to refill space as well.
That's so risky.
Don't have much in terms of utility of staving.
They are hard fighting this shit though. Okay.
Shock dart in as well.
Especially with the wall up.
And RQ have been tampered with.
Flank eventually from Patman. He can just sit himself in their spawn and watch for this one.
Patman is just deep. Look at it. He's in the curry spot.
The body's back.
You never anticipate this angle. You just never anticipate this angle.
Something's position. He's stuck. He doesn't have tailwind available. The wall. He just gets out of dodge. Will they again?
What's up, why? Yeah, I'm in the goon dungeon.
They have an idea.
My brain's fried though. I've already watched 2 best of 3s before I started my stream.
Unless you
I'm
take
cooked.
a confident duel against Patman. He's been good on the 1v1s as well. He's just happily setting up camp.
You can just
I mean, Paper X win this. Right? They can stack A. They know they're all contained onto the site. There's no way they've gone out.
They know that this is still going to end at the A site.
Then you got something playing a possible one and done. Outlaw shots not found.
That's a nice shot. That's an even better one. Dude, they've cleaned up the backside players. How the fuck did Paper X lose this? RQ's scaling actually onto the A site is pretty good. I wrote that down last time I watched them play Icebox. When they played Gen G. The A site scaling is actually really quite nice. Which is how you're going to be winning most of your rounds, to be honest, on Icebox. Okay. Okay. Gonna take a break after 1. Tension span cooked. Dude, why? You just missed the WWE Uganda break. As a wrestling enjoyer, I think you would have really enjoyed it. What? Yeah, just click on that link, the Zombo. We were watching it. Avaganda. You're still watching it. Flash and dash to try and clear out towards yellow. I'm a spike right now. Not crazy guy. I think he thought he did. You're even committing to... Dude, the wall's about to go down. You're committing to plat. Oy. Dude, that's so rough. Jemkin is like pushed up deep because he feels like he needs to cover the plant. Because the wall's going down. They just miscoordinate all of that. No way. Evolt. No? Oh, it doesn't really buy much time though. Monyet. It does buy time. And with the snake bite too. Doesn't know where the Vi is. Got to anticipate he's yellow now though. Yep, here's the footsteps. Start playing time. Woo!
Stands up, pops off. He gets into Paper X's mind.
I seen that. It's gas. Internet coal miner behavior. Yeah, how the fuck have you already seen that?
The flank is potentially going to come on out as well for RRQ. Correct when they're off put by the Armageddon as well.
I mean, yeah. That's crazy that RRQ win that shit when they miscoordinated their wall timing and still stuck the plan and Jemkin overextended to make sure they didn't die in that spot. That's kind of crazy. Monyet diff, I guess.
There's a lockdown for Divide, but do you consider using them? You need to find advantage. You need to find secondary advantage. The Blade Storm's actually just been removed, so any aggression from Paper X forced.
Okay, a little bit of a delayed refight of A main there by RRQ.
Just because you have it doesn't mean you need to use it. It's still.
I want to see Paper X do the fucking aggro shit they were doing with the Omen. The TP forward past the salvos that teams use on A main on attack.
Positions noted, shock darts through as well, and that gives something the chance that he was looking for.
Yeah, but if you can find these opening jewels, how many more are you going to be able to back that up with, right? Is something going to be good for another one or not? That gun that you've just dropped, irretrievable. 50 seconds to go. And it's to the drawing board for RRQ. Silent game towards the Bravo side of the map. Meanwhile, Forsaken has picked up the Hunter's Fury.
Something in position as well. Oh, but the swings wasn't great. Decent damage. We'll see
Hello?
if Huntersburg can finish off
I mean, Forsaken, I think, is just swinging that round. Expect them to probably be off and pathing.
Well, some space. You still have Monette up around the back of yellow. He spotted
Winnable.
out the shoulder
Winnable.
one,
Winnable.
trying to get the burst.
Paman got the wrong fucking player.
Up with one singular kill onto the Sheriff.
Oh, the Shockies.
Shock Dart will finish off Monette.
The Shockies. That's a crazy round by Paper X, bro.
As well.
Is something going to be good for another one or not? That gun that you've just dropped, irretrievable. 50 seconds to go. And it's to the drawing board for RRQ. The silent game towards the Bravo.
Monette, just Xfaro
Can do better. On the back of that tended prey of Monette too. If they're going to answer back with something of their own though. Null commands to remove ability.
Wait, they are trying to push past it.
Yeah, he's committed to this fight.
What a shot.
Great shouldering out.
And the covering belt for the retreat.
Down in this toolist battle.
Wait, he got the tag, he legged him.
Down to 20. Cushy though, I mean, just thinking of possibly throwing it to the wind.
And this whole thing has just been an elaborate fake so that they can get past the mid turret.
It's removed the turret so you can sneak past.
Batman.
Bro,
Has to
what?
be aware, doesn't he?
But would he?
Yeah, he's
The Icebox is a map. You lose your turret, goes down for 1 second. That pit looks like a fucking hammer.
Oh, something. Oh, with the Viper's Pit as well. Petman happened to recognize it.
Weird ass snake bite. Weird ass round.
earlier and the Null command fading. He couldn't drop
Weird
the
ass round, bro.
So this is where things become really awkward. Cushy down for the count now. 2 versus 4.
And Petman still trying to make some noise,
Whoa.
forcing RQ out in the open. That's the Viper gone. Spike,
Time.
well, picked back up, but can you really get it planted? Xfaro.
If he gets a kill, he might consider using the ult, but no, I don't think so.
Mind games right now, isn't he?
I'll be. There's wait. Is he gonna get onto A?
You really can't.
If you're
There's no
Paper Rex,
fucking way.
Don't hear the spike tapping.
Yeah.
Surely
There's
you
no
consider
fucking way.
Right? 10 seconds for him to try and get the plant. He's going to eventually
There's
have to
no
run towards the A site and
fucking
if anyone
way.
looks to sacrifice him.
And no problems here. Jing
All good.
with a huge
Apparently.
sprint, just bound to bound, picks
All
up that
good.
headshot.
He would have had to sprint earlier on and then potentially playing in the open.
Don't skip the replay for round 10.
Indeed. Still though.
Taking some space and going for these duels when they've got some favored, you know, weaponry and ability, right?
I'll try not to go on autopilot.
Still though. Half buys up for RQ now.
Retake scenario towards the A site, play on the back of your Killjoy utility. Alarm bot noted. Nanos, he counts a couple of seconds.
Yeah, RQ are playing intentionally pretty slow at the beginning of their A main hits because
But have you bought enough time
Paper X were just
to
fucking
rotate over? You have. This is gonna
Omen
be so
TP inting
Everyone's just hovering
past the
around.
salvo timings
Some pop
when they played
flash.
against DRX.
Kills going over.
Jemkin?
And it's Jemkin with the blades. There it is.
Risky,
The
risky.
effects being felt from the previous round now coming to life as Avai still
You're gonna get
first.
detained, buddy.
Jing with assistance out from
You're
the
gonna
back.
get detained.
Just like big time
Oh
Zone.
my
Super
fucking
close, and he pushes all the way out.
God.
The lockdown might have them detained.
That's a crazy timing.
Still getting defused by Paper Rex.
there early enough.
The pace is insane. They just kept this going. It's so different from when I watched RRQ and Paper X play Icebox in the previous matches they played. They're just taking chunks out of each other.
How much are they going to be able to do in what could be the final map if RQ completes it?
Oh.
For something, and this time the positions have been swept around.
Bit of a change when you don't have a lot of the reconnaissance ability as RRQ to put your standard dart more forward
Okay.
as well, right?
A
So
pit.
just the space that Paper Rex can almost get free of charge, changing it up with the pit towards the
Lombard
outside.
in there too.
Something that
Oh,
he stayed in
someone.
yellow would have been seen
I
by
think he
himself,
did he hit a
now
drone?
afforded an opportunity for a peek.
Must have just back for. He still has his dash too.
Idea that they've begun to push up green, so something is in a really precarious position. Thankfully, the cloud comes up enough for him to
Still
evade.
has his dash.
Got teammates now to assist him as
Somebody
well
can go for the
on
repeak.
site of B.
Knife's not
0.3,
broken though. It's a
like
good,
3 members actually.
good connection.
Force out the plan.
Some spams, chip damage against Crazy Guy, but the plant still goes through.
Also, I'm surprised the Paper X aren't playing
That's it, though.
spam from
Watch out
back.
for this
Snowman.
potential lurk from Xfaro.
They were doing that. Oh, he's got a dart in his fucking head, in his brain.
Good stick as well. The Cloudburst comes up in time. Duelist v Duelist, and this time Jemkin deals the death
That's fine.
blow. Off to the end though. It's gonna be paper.
Is it fine? Might not be fine.
They've begun to fan out around the site, looking for yellow control.
Nice snake bite, push them out into the open. Good trade. Armageddon, salvos. 1 until Armageddon. Unwinnable. Yep. Man. This is, yeah, it's been a bit of a crazy game, hasn't it? Crazy guy with the crazy game.
It's getting close to it. Well, something buying up the op again, though.
Yeah, and if you're seeing the drone, your idea is to make sure that you
Wow, great patience by something.
So it's good change up, but
Jing has overextended though. What the fuck happened there on A? He just TP'd up belt because something saw 3 swinging.
And he knows that on the back of that, Crazy Guy's picked up the ulti orb. So the adjustment from Paper X now needs to come out where you're contending with removing Crazy Guy from the situation if possible.
No, I was so ready to go on plat chat and be like, dude, Paper X have so much nuance in their play. They're not just playing super fast all the time. This is bonkers.
However, he's not pinned down. You're pinned down with him. 2 kills now.
He's missed it.
Third. Back up from yellow, but someone has slipped the net.
Yeah.
Xfera though, still needing to pick up
On
the
yet. Oh, Patman. Patman.
What are you made of?
Pat. Patman, what are you made of?
When Paper X needed it, I thought that when he got the first 2, he was going to snake spite to bail out.
Replay round.
But just aware of the fact that someone could have slipped on past the left side of his location, and he manages
Crazy
to
good
find one
awareness.
yet as well. That is absolutely gorgeous to come through from Patman. Go! Everybody's elevated today.
He's not putting tanks anywhere. 6-3, and Paper X will continue extending his lead because of an eco from RQ right now.
What did he say?
We've seen Thrifties. We've got Armageddon. We've got Cushy with the Vandal.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yep. It's not over until it's over. So we'll see what these pistols and the Vandal are going to be able to do from RRQ. Get on the right line, and something might have his head removed from his shoulders. Nevertheless, he's good for 1. Get out of dodge.
And in with the tailwind.
Oh, it's nice open.
Crazy Guy still desperately looking
Okay.
to push forward. He actually gets the shot.
Crazy Guy gets 2? And a rifle?
Have hovered around the site now. Another player being caught out thanks to the one-way, and it's just Crazy Guy. He's got a Vandal though. Can he find the kills? Gets the first, but Jing.
Crazy Guy's gone crazy.
Toxic screen up as well. Allows
Too low though. Yeah.
Crazy Guy does not
Decent damage. Paper X are, nah, I mean, they're in complete control.
show any signs of truly
They're
slowing
in
down.
complete control.
At least until this op could be potentially
Can you
eliminated.
1.5 or 2 times?
Formulated plan.
Just a couple of diversions on the tracks.
Yeah, brother, I don't think I'm watching the grand finals.
Conductor has regained
I'll
control.
tell you that much.
Important situation for RRQ. Get another round on the board quickly in towards the A side.
At least not today.
Not a double, but Forsaken here as well as something.
So this is what RRQ was struggling with against Gen G. Was when Gen G started flood defending in through A.
Getting some A control, but it's been all thrown off. Petman up from the back.
Paper X are kind of doing it to him now. Even though the scaling is usually pretty good from RRQ, it's like,
Just shows depth again. Another op shot punched through. Petman now pushing up. And
Jesus.
His sort of rotations and the initiative of when he's going for these flanks, it's generally always when RRQ are getting deep. Just a
again back of the
Whoa.
quad kill round as well.
Something's opping has been insane this playoff so far.
You've got to play with though right
From the
now.
games I've been
Hunter's
watching.
Fury lockdown for Paper X. Close to a pit for Patman 2. Probably not going to get it here. Maybe Mon yet being one away will be more likely in picking that up, or maybe they want to prioritize getting the lockdown early and then having Mon yet plant and pit. There's options here for RRQ, given a bit of
Paper X have given up a lot of A. You can't really flood defend this. And they're contacting up against an op. Madness from RRQ, considering they didn't spot where something was. But I guess the cat's out of the bag by now. You would have died to him at this rate. And they've already walked all the way up. Forsaken's pretty aware. Evolved. Wait, he's not going to use it? Oh, wait, that's crazy. Yeah. Dude, that's crazy by Forsaken. I fuck with that. Let me see that. Let me see that ult again, actually. Let me take notes. Let me take notes.
The lockdown gets ripped off. Something's in position. Oh, he doesn't go for
Fuck, that's nice.
They're
Fuck, that's
down
nice.
here and then going for a kill instead. So you'll have advantage on this one. And you've now removed Salvos and Armageddon.
And that's crazy from Patman. Again with the lurk presence. RQ beginning to think twice.
I'm trying to really fight hard over towards backside. No.
Just takes the head off with the blade.
RQ weakest first seed? I don't know. RQ looked. I think they're just getting dragged into the mud a little bit by PaperX. Because from what I saw of both RQ and PaperX, they weren't playing this fast in their prior games. It's just a symptom of the fact that both of them are willing to opt into it from what I can see. And when RQ were playing a bit slower, they were looking fucking nice in that Gen G game. It's just Gen G had really good pistol round ideas and really good anti-strats on their pistols too. So the game's made to look a little bit less close than they probably would be.
Everybody stacked on up. 0 point to get some further garage information. Maybe got 2, maybe got none. It's going to be a bit of a headache though when this wall drops. Probably for something.
All lined up. Yeah, both angles being separated apart, and it's Crazy Guy who finds a singular frag.
That's a two-piece in another universe.
So it's an even exchange.
Yeah, damage extra onto Jemkin, and you've slipped through as Patman. Are they aware of
Look at this fucking turret and spawn. Jesus. Is that because Xfero got like hard antied in their previous game? He's like, I ain't risking it, fam. I ain't risking it. Look at this shit. Hold on, let me find this. Look at this from Gen G.
They're happy with the 4Ks.
Gen G hard anti. Xfero normally plays behind his turret here. So he's got a turret up. And he plays behind it. And Gen G buy 3 sheriffs. 2 of the sheriff players go mid and they swing with the ghost player too to just fucking obliterate him. This is just like, this is the most simple anti in the world and they just fucking demolish his ass. It's like, okay, yeah, you kind of got brutalized on the pistol there. And now look at him, he's in spawn. His turret's in spawn.
Go quietly into the night.
Now, everybody stacked on up. 0 point to get some further garage information. Maybe got 2, maybe got none. Headache though when this wall drops. Probably for something.
All lined up.
Yeah. Doesn't mean they don't really have good mid control. I mean, I guess the turret spots the window. Interesting setup though.
Singular frag, something at least good for one. So it's an even exchange.
Interesting setup. If I'm ever forced to play Killjoy on Icebox again, I'm definitely stealing it.
Man, are they aware of this one? I mean, it's under orange instead of through the tube, but it looks like Cushy a little bit aware of the scenario at the moment.
One you're going to watch out for is Jemkin though, up around yellow. He gets discovered by this drone.
Comes down to the timing though, doesn't it? What can Patman find? It's the right time.
And it's the kill into the site. Jemkin silenced.
Patman.
Single peep. Xfero, the only one left, and he's opting to go
Patman.
through kitchen. Patman still in position.
Yep, put the turret in spawn, take a note.
Does he have the ingredients right now? Nothing found. It's Patman who does the foraging instead.
If decide that they need to force, next bit is going to look
What the fuck was that?
RRQ, if they decide that they need to force into the next round, you know, plant that goes down for PaperX, but there's no real damage that comes with RRQ.
Dude, that's so fucking funny. That sounds like a horde of minions.
I mean, there's no, you know,
That sounds like that's so fucking funny.
Probably going to see the 11-3 scoreline.
Oh shit.
You would hope it would be RQ though. They've stacked up correctly on A.
Yeah, this could be a cheeky crossfire angle for him.
Okay.
All in position. PaperX.
Ah, revealed. Jing is hyper isolated.
Push off of the toxic screen as well.
They're still gonna make a go for this? They haven't cleared top screen. Oh no, no, they have.
So far, RQ not truly able to find out too much until
yeah, okay. Run them down.
to.
Yeah, they're making the best of 5 bearable.
A couple of corners here to give themselves some advantages.
Trying to at least go in for the alt orb. Not too much cover. 0 point though.
Slow and steady. PaperX feeling a bit of the weight of what's being sent their way over at the A site. So trying to change it up, trying to get sneaky. Alarm bot noted. Patman's position.
Patman's already in.
Gotta be cared for.
The RQ need to make a decision, like what do you dominate, main or whatever. They've just split up. They split up. They're worried about a mid lurk. And so main is just open. And now the A main players are getting squeezed. You gotta that's a lot of time pressure on RQ to make a quick decision there. Because now they're just in a horrible spot even more. Yeah. Okay. 12th round. I'll take it. I'll take a quick icebox.
Neither team can truly let their foot off the gas.
Take a quick icebox.
This map might have been like this, but still looking for whatever possible advantage they can find.
And nobody is at home at this B side at the moment. This is the corners cutting that I'm talking about a little bit earlier. Change of pace, flash drive in. P can see that no one's home. No turret watching.
Little treat for me.
So you get an idea that things aren't around the A side. Now it's cemented in stone. Stealth drone not seeing anything. Get your rotations towards B because RRQ need the bodies here to fight.
Decent buys. Crazy guy close to an alt. Something that would be paramount. You've bought some time. You've noted the positions.
And spam.
You know exactly where PaperX are.
It's crazy to come for the plan when the wall is down.
Something that would be paramount.
This is insane.
Bought some time. You've noted the positions.
I guess they have the omen smoke to cut up the one close angle, and they have something up onto top yellow, so not the worst in the world. Saken's really isolated though, but okay, walls up. They're gonna fight past? Nice. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. Very nice. Very nice. Ascent. And it's another quick one. Let's see what they're running. Fade KO. No Sova? Question mark? Anyway, Sova. Okay, this looks more, I don't know. Interesting. Hongdae guy. Shown on TikTok. What, the comedian? The Korean guy is like always recommending people to go to Hongdae because he fucking hates Hongdae so much. Is that what you're talking about? Alice showed me. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Yes, the open-minded guy. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's a good bit. That's a good bit.
Playing all 4 roles as well.
Oh, that is a pretty crazy statistic to throw out there.
That's a fucking great bit.
Well, it comes down to this. You know, is it gonna beat RRQ their first possible grand finals, or PaperX kind of trumping their past demons right now, pushing out something? He doesn't have a clue,
hello,
but he will get taken out as
PaperX. What happened to all the fucking? What happened to all the slower play that I was seeing from them earlier? They're just sending it. And RQ is so ready. Look, they got like fucking. They got 3 players waiting to absorb all of this A main fight. They don't call for a reaction though.
So if they can find it, it will be well worth its weight in gold. A test towards Divine now.
Yeah, he's gonna have to nail every single shot as they try to push on over from lane. He does get some decent shit damage, but that is it.
Yeah, you can see really in the back lanes as well. For a crazy guy that he's holding down spawn, playing a really late flank position.
At the very least, he's bought time for PaperX.
Sponsored by 5.
Set up the retake, but the spams, Monyet. He's killed Patman.
Insane.
Cushy as well,
And now they're putting a squeeze onto Jing. That's a clone, buddy. Oh.
Still have utility as RQ as well. Forsaken trying to work his way around.
Weird ass smoke by Monyet, but kind of helps him get in a little bit, to be honest. But actually, yeah, it does help him get in.
Unfortunately, not a third. It's just Jing with 13.
Could have been a mistake.
A tough fight.
Just play for the stats.
He will still continue to hold though, possibly to allow them to expire into
I'm doing homework for Black Chat right now, yeah.
This or if something on the outlaw is going to be real dirty with
Dude,
it.
I swear I never see this work. I never see the Outlaw Force work.
Might not have seen too much though. Jemkin with the gate crash as well just continues to elude something for now.
Ooh, are they going to be aware of this one? There's no
Magnet.
Senti util to watch for it. It's going to come down to timing. There's two of them here.
It's Magnet. He turns back. He goes in for the fights, and he will be victorious against Patman.
Oh,
Yikes.
Can he get anything more? He's looking at the right location. Oh, just the timing.
The players are on full armor. At least two of them
Right,
are.
You've
Though.
got players with the haunt around A main, and that.
What about the crazy guy's gun?
You know RQ are
Picked one up now.
around B.
Yeah, but the really late
Just on a pistol buy? Because RQ doing the FPX bonus.
Oh, catch anyone that comes through tiles for the lurk, which actually this time may actually happen.
The door shut as well, just by time. I mean, this flank, this lurk.
It's just going to play with your mind, isn't it? Going later and later into the map.
Compounding effects for sure, and he just is so unbelievably patient. Jemkin just blocks off both.
Buyer's going to when it comes to
not too early for now though. It's going to be the judge instead.
Taking judge.
Immediately forcing Jing back.
Maybe on the next episode. Don't know. Not too sure.
Come through. Patman's only got one flash drive. 0 point to remove abilities. 3 scanned. Ooh. Wait for the 8 seconds of suppression to fade away, and then maybe we do even see RRQ go for a little bit of a faster play. They still do have, of course, salvos, drone, dart for Cushy.
Juicy intel. Flash for Jing.
I do fuck with them playing split up away from the Vice util. They have like stall on B, but they have given up all of mid control. Not a concern in the world for Paper X. I mean,
taking their time with it, and this is where Paper X.
Dude, I feel like
that's why they're not fully pushing out.
One good EMEA or America's default is going to be abusing some of these setups that Paper X are running.
There's a sliver of timing on that one, so Patman's going to be pushing back in towards spawn. They've still got the safety net of the tree shear, and this is where you're going to have to see delivery.
Into the judge. Into the judge.
Finds the double. Oh, something with the assistance as well, and it's just for
That's traded, but he's already done the damage, hasn't he?
Still, though,
and Monyet is fucking miles away.
Make his way into the site. Got Patman hearing all the footsteps.
I'm surprised if I didn't pop them early, to be honest with you. The Thorns. Spike.
Oh. Not too sure about that one, but still have 3v2. Monyet slowly arriving on scene. And Xpharaoh doing his darndest to hold it from Boathouse.
Oh, he's just bought enough time for Monyet to come in. I was thinking, dude, if Paper X speed up here, they're going to be like RQ fucked, no? But I guess they don't know where Monyet is, so they're like playing it quite cautiously. They flash through, they're worried about main. I'm going to clear everything. He throws in the smoke from long range, so it's like, oh, it's almost like plays them in, but they double jump in for the side. It's just enough stall, enough time bought.
On scene, and Xpharaoh doing his darndest to hold it from Boathouse. Both players from Paper X.
Difficult to watch that one, to be honest. Paper X had a perfect window. But again, this is a symptom of them not having mid control, I think. Because like they don't have any knowledge of where the fuck these players are. They're like, they have to be so diligent when they're rotating back in to try and retake, because they were just, there's a wedge shoved in through the middle of the map.
I mean, mate, 2 overtimes that you've lost as Paper X. The other 2 maps you've smacked RRQ. This series crumbles. I mean, you got to consider some slight differences on those 2 maps could have led to the victory. Nevertheless, though, new fresh round on the back of a timeout. Sheriffs and a Bucky for Forsaken. Unfortunate for something.
Device to pick up where he left off.
Not the full flash to come out. Now the information with the hat removed.
At the very least, there's a sheer wall, but baited. That's what that clone does.
Yep. Good counter. always going to be a thing.
The flash baited as well, and then RQ with mid-round calls.
Oh, it's nice too.
Onto A.
And just go for a
They can do with
full pivot over towards A.
At the very least,
Are you staying there?
with the move
You don't give a fuck.
the stuns, tries to hop in for a
But you almost got two.
but Cushy denies it.
Could you imagine if you got another one?
That would be sick, but still, it's not quite the story that we have in our hands. RQ with the spike plant. PaperX on site, but not
They're holding it
able to
down.
line up the shots. They're
Risky
starting
peek
off
by
once
Monyet.
more.
I feel like that's never comes to fruition, but it just high low in.
Another headshot, but what
RQ right now are in complete control of the map. PaperX are struggling.
They're going to be spreading across the map.
They're definitely seeing their map pool get
With something.
tested super hard in this best of
Hold on
5
for a bit at
because
the moment, and without seeing anything, you got to expect that there's an extremity
God.
that's going to start to be explored. Dimensional drift comes on out for Jemkin.
Jenkins is 2. TV's up through mid. He didn't clear the corner.
really uncomfortable right now. Yeah,
She's it now.
brings himself out of it.
Oh,
Especially
blinded up.
here as well. Something tries to dodge as much as possible. The main thing though is the off angle that he's holding. It
Wow.
springs out at the right time. Still though,
Everybody's trying to flood back in.
not yet.
Good trade by Devi.
Team to push out from spawn. Patman
And the
now
ult 2 as well. Didn't really know what they are. That's a weird position to play in front of.
for one, and RRQ will trade the
Dude, they are fighting tooth and fucking nail, aren't they?
Really wanted to
That
go
chat should be
right there with a nice
Tuesday.
ball with all of those orders. Get the
I hope it's Tuesday.
down a
I'm
little
pretty
bit.
sure it is
3
because I
versus
need
2 was
them to
there.
watch EMEA tomorrow.
Could have given themselves a bit of time. Now it's a 5th round for RRQ on this attacking side.
where they have every single advantage possible.
And you would expect this to convert into a 6th as well, unless we see a Thrifty come through for PaperX, get the B main control. Bladestorm there, you could pick up a Steel Garden, but you already see Xfero hanging around.
It won't be easy. Something's
Hmm.
gonna have to land as much as possible with his blades, the prowler, the flash, just for that
Trying to
Steel
crunch.
Garden.
Ill thought out though. I'm not gonna lie.
Something
It's
needs to clear so much.
there's really not
RRQ,
much
meanwhile,
behind
just
this.
happy to rush it over onto the
Look,
outside where
the
Xfero
fucking bite's been
continues to
taken out
work
of
out
it.
the angle as well.
Crazy guy goes down. It's problematic. He's definitely surrounded. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
Pulled out from nowhere, and it's 6-0.
Yeah, he's got a little bit nuclear there in that end.
Dude.
Scenario that the pistol
Yeah, I'm seeing PaperX playing this map and I'm thinking,
sees that goes in there. Something
they do not look good. That was supposed to be a tiles crunch.
coming into this roster.
But they sent the main body of players through B main where they gave enough time for the towers players to just like
The coach's vision
bunker
this
in.
very map, just full reads, a true journey all the way from ever since Valorant came out.
And it's one of the most important ones
Time?
as well, right? To get the
Not time
opportunity
even.
to
I
get
thought it
into
was
the grand
a.
final of the
Some
chance to
reason
get
I
the
thought
#1 seed into Masters
Jemkin
from
was on the
City.
defense.
You've
I was
already
like,
made it there.
why did we swap off his POV?
Similar plan, and it's PaperX trying to suss out as much as possible. Still, though, the site relegated, and RRQ will
Yeah,
plan
open
to
that shit
flag
up.
down.
Yeah, you got to be watching for a potential flank to come through later from Xfero, but with Plant going down, Crazy Guy has an Armageddon. It's a 5 versus 5. There's an operator. You got to expect probably the Steel Garden from Devi. It comes down now.
Armageddon from Crazy Guy, though, and it's just blocks.
Dude, this is gonna be
off. The Warriors
chaotic.
continuing to try to push up front. It's just Forsaken.
Salvos.
Can he truly find the kill?
RQ's positioning is like they're kind of penned in right now.
They dive down.
So what are you two? Now they're playing offside against Smokes.
Straight back into wine. PaperX
30 seconds till salvos.
No command.
I mean, at least they pulled an ult command out. Crazy movement by Patman.
And it's Xfero now off from the top of
I know
the
where he
hill.
is.
PaperX have
Okay.
noted his
PaperX get
position,
around.
the numbers.
Oh, command at the end as well for Patman. Using those ults to just ensure that you've got advantages.
You want playing bad on it? Was the last time? Yeah. I mean, it definitely shows. Definitely shows.
In this half as RRQ build up your economy, buys on buys. Go at it again this time.
How's games?
And
My
see
brain
what
is
this looks
cooked
like
at the moment,
for
Jack.
PaperX.
Similar setups, but
Overzealous of me, perhaps, to think I could do another best of 5 after this.
going for some of these fights. Prowler again to contend
Especially
with
doing
Xfero.
two best of
Make it feel a
3s
little bit
before
sticky to stay around, isn't it?
Or to at
So,
least
start of my stream.
possible lurk.
yeah, needs to call for his team to
Well,
smoke
it's
out
an
so he can
entertaining
get out
game
of
though.
dodge. 0 point is going to buy some time.
Definitely
Try not to stop
pacey.
Too much, but this is the mid rounding for RRQ. If they do pivot towards B, something's going to be holding the op line.
Or do they have to push back the op line? Why are you stacking so many players over towards A?
The tailwinds.
I think he's gonna mark for B main.
I've noticed that RQ do a lot of like fake.
For him, and with the slow
What's going on? Hello, pause. RQ do a lot of like fake not fake, but like conditioning with solo Teo a ton with Crazy Guy. Some other teams do that too, and it becomes a bit readable, I think, after anteing. They're one of the teams that do it, so I think seeing solo Teo util just coming from one side of the map should be a bit of an indicator. Something hides from the... No way. What did he hit? The clone? Bro, what the fuck is going on? Oh, spam. Forsaken's hard committed though. All good, the rest of the team's there. They bought time. Too slow from RQ, I guess.
8 kills up right now, 6 for Patman.
Because PaperX were hard committed with players over towards A instead. So. I'm not gonna rewind. I'm like, how did they even get there in time to flood defend? When RQ had the read on the correct weak side of the map.
He waited for that probably before he put this one down. And then Jemkin to sneak all the way through into market.
Bro. Oh! Very heads up. Oh, good. That's the gate crash. Yeah, Cushy... I don't know what's going on here.
Your eventual plan is to still go towards the B site where you'll have a deep mid smoke potentially.
Refight into mid contacting. I kind of fuck with it. I do fuck with it. Yeah, that's a good decision. And the clone.
Crazy guy to mark the back as well, and it just buys further time. RQ will get the site.
Yeah, this is a bit of a rough one for PaperX. Neural Theft confirming all the information. There's also the trapwire at the edge of market.
They're up close though, and it's just Sparrow inside of main. He can continue to toy with PaperX.
Unbreakable trip in market? Dude, they need Batman to break this fucking trip for them. Okay, they got rid of it. He's alone. Why is... Batman has flash to try and play other teammates in, but he's the first one taking contact into this retake. PaperX is going to be looking at this map, and it's a best of 5, so listen, they're probably exhausted. Relatable, but there's a lot of stuff to fix up. Their retake A looked fine, but why are you not like flashing your teammates in? Why is Patman taking point? IQ the best team to utilize Yoru?
So forcing out some adjustments from PRX.
In APAC? Probably Gen G, no?
It's just the thorns around tree.
Actually, maybe IQ. Jemkin seems pretty smart with it. He didn't waste his clone in through mid in that last round.
Meanwhile, very forward B main control this time from PaperX, but dimensional drift into the A site. Scope out all the information. This could be an 8th round for RRQ, depending.
Has to find the right timing for the flash as well, but yes, Jemkin might just be able to toy with this.
Jemkin is pretty good. Yeah, he just pings out the players.
Out of position. Patman unfortunately neutralized. Another one eliminated.
Okay.
And it's a 3v5 retake where an op is at play. Tough situation, but PaperX continues to try to spray themselves forward until, yeah, they're going to have to call it off.
Yeah, you need that operator in play, you would assume, for something. Casualties. Just by success.
It's fucking over at this point, though. 8 rounds, attack ascent. GG.
It's always been RRQ that have kind of been the trailers. This time, contention in towards V main and Xfero. Dispatches of Forsaken, the Hunter's on for something as well. Just when I thought
they're not scared to go into something, are they?
They immediately get eliminated. Forsaken down, something with the
he's about to take a bullet to the temple. They're just hard hitting now, B. Like, the defensive setup of PaperX has not moved away from wall, thorns at all. The entire half, essentially, they've only had one look to their ascent defense. And it's just being abused now by RQ. They've just completely turned up the pace. I think this is RQ, like, they're pressuring A main, expecting PaperX to change their setup up, but they haven't changed it.
Yeah, you've got a Spectre, but if you're null commanding at the right time, you could still assist your team. 0 point for 2. This will command a little bit of a slower start for the beginning of the round to RQ.
Forsaken taking his time around B main as well. He just sent a hunt out, which was shot down. So
trying to fake A presence. Armageddon. Patman pulls. I mean, he uses the null command, which denies the drone to really sell this one. And Jing getting that pick, it's, yeah, they've already realized that PaperX are getting their rotations in. Good C's.
Trying to do his best to hold it.
Very good C's.
Great. Defiance well up from backside. And it's just crazy guy. The late lurk this time completely dismantled, but he will still be able to eliminate.
Can't win
Jake
that
Ford.
though. 9-3.
How often are we in them? If RQ get the pistol.
If RQ get the pistol, then this could be over.
Well, we'll see. How nervous are Paper X coming in towards this pistol? And they shrug it off, going into their attacking side. Slow and steady.
This is an interesting setup by RQ, I'm not gonna lie.
Stealth drone.
Deep jump pushes out, it get a bit of an indicator it's gonna be B, but he leave mid completely open. I don't know what this cam is. And it's like a kill trip onto the
Kill trip towards
switch.
Well,
Fuck, I
in
couldn't
case we
remember
get
the name
something
for it.
fast from or something.
And the 3 from RQ.
Dude, that's a lot of util.
Mark down the site. They might have been flashed, but still.
They don't have anybody to play off this trip. They haven't triggered it though.
Stalling power of the cage of the salvos.
And look at that trip as well.
I think my brain's probably too fried to watch the grand finals straight after
Maybe
this.
have some good spam. Maybe someone who plays
I
towards
think my
CT
best
if smoked off can still pepper some bullets there.
my best odds are gonna be trying to watch it tomorrow.
Elect for a B split push instead. Crazy guy. He's
Might watch some EMEA off stream and then finish up with.
RQ have 4 here.
Yeah, exactly. With the trips again
I don't
as
know.
well.
I might not even stream tomorrow actually.
Jemkin trying to line up the shots, but something's good for at least one. Defy though.
Just easier to watch VODs, not on stream.
To be good, and Paper X just continue
More
to
efficient.
waterfall into the side, but look at Jemkin and how slippery he is. Backed into safety.
They got to get the plant in the salvos. They can push you out of position. That's exactly what they do.
And 13 seconds left. The spike plant is not available. Forsaken has to find the kills. Finally, it goes down, and it's just crazy guy left.
How have we ended up here?
Maybe someone who plays towards CT if it's smoked.
Oh, because they took mid control. I was thinking about something else. Yeah, I don't like the defensive setup, just leaving mid completely open.
30 seconds.
I don't really understand the goal of RQ.
Yeah, exactly. With the trips again as well.
There's the trip.
No one to play off the trip.
Jemkin trying to line up the shots, but something's good for at least
Good
one.
shots.
Defy, though. The trades have to be good, and Paper X just continue to waterfall into the side.
Jemkin does. He does get a one and slip through.
They got to get the plant in the salvos. They can push you out of position. That's exactly what they do.
And 13 seconds left. The spike plant is not available. Forsaken
But Forsaken goes crazy.
Down, and it's just crazy guy left. Low HP as well, but still needs to
Both
find
can't win on defense. That'll be a joy to watch.
position. It just lets time reset just a bit.
They play high-low at the moment.
Paman is low.
Their lives. They are.
Damage done. The crazy guy's also pretty low. Oh, there's a fucking world. There's a fucking world.
Supports Paper X.
That setup as well. If Forsaken get there as well.
More with the guns afforded up. At least it's one round, which might give them a couple more. With the guns afforded up.
Awkward.
Team flash.
Awkward team flash. What could have been?
All good.
Any flash, by the way, for Jemkin.
Sour flash reclear.
Towards the back and beginning to peek forward.
Doesn't really get anything though.
Not too often you see
RQ kind of showed too much presence though, haven't they? I mean, okay, the trap play doesn't work out at this point. Don't you rotate players away?
try and flood on in.
Nah, Paper X might be expecting it.
You weather it, right?
Because they're still hanging around B main.
By the looks of Paper X's positions. It's time to go with the rotation from X-Pharaoh as well. Just the pistols, though.
As much as possible. Back in for the little peeks, though.
It's done. That trouble is this. Yeah, the C's is just there's no reswing from Jemkin, and he's suppressed. I don't think he had a gate crash down, but even if he did, wasn't getting out of it.
The salvos, though, but then Paper X once again with a full
Okay.
arsenal, just happy to look for the fights.
That's the bit of the Paper X that I've been watching recently. Tempering it in with a pause. They had a wall up through Gelato, so I don't know. Maybe if it was triggered, they might have gone for a bit of a re-clear in the mid round, but a bit of re-hit. There could have been some danger there, but it was all good. It was all good.
You know, a chance for Paper X to.
Do you have to ranked after?
You do have to start to consider for RRQ, right? How long does it take them?
Honestly, I do kind of want to play Valorant after watching these games, but my brain is so fucking fried. When me and Alice came back after cleaning out the old apartment, it was just a ton of physical labor and not much thinking, so I could happily jump into ranked. I was tired, but I had no engagement with my brain whatsoever. This is the absolute opposite. I'm just physically not tired at all. Mentally, brain fucking drained. Yeah, I need exactly. I need to find a good hole to dig. Okay, RQ re-cleared A main with the drone. So Jemkin's gonna start rotating again. They just let mid is just open for the taking. One default towards mid. Genji and a VOD review, I'm assuming, just fucking surely abusing mid control.
Towards the spawn side of things, so it does look like with 30 seconds to go, it may very well be a bit of a retake scenario.
PaperX have managed to slip through. What a lineup for Patman. The trip being noted as well. Devi slowly sneaking himself forward into the
20 seconds. You don't have main control. And Devi is hard committed. There's no one to play off this. You're all tucked onto site. This is a pretty bad post plan for PaperX. Flash avoided. Can't get weirdo the paranoia. Oh, it's tight from RQ. It's really nice. Yeah, guys, after this, I'm probably going to go eat some dirt outside, I think. That's my physical enrichment. Give the brain a break. Start chewing down on, like, soil.
When that ability is in play,
especially for a potential retake. PaperX
Jemkin has ult for mid-round info, but I don't think PaperX have got it in them to play a slow round at the moment. Although they have. Not this round, though. Bullet to the brain. Yikes. Yikes. Not the fucking Odin spam, bro.
Just picking up the ultimate of the Armageddon as well in this 3 versus 3.
Spike has been planted at the very least. What are the positions going to be? Drift to scout.
Sand is more decadent. I can't afford sand. I'm sorry. Too highbrow for me. I have to just deal with topsoil. Yeah, the retake just becomes trivial with the dimensional drift, doesn't it? Trying to play main with the Armageddon down. Good luck. Good luck.
And this is where I talk about the space that they afforded themselves of the first half, right? They can have slip-ups if they want, but if they don't, well, you're just going to keep on carrying on. 12 is the name of the game to hunt on through.
Shit.
Quick headshot onto Jing.
Another one found. Then for the trips to come back in online.
Keep your guns up.
Trying to recover.
I'm just shocked, honestly. Both teams are leaving huge gaps in terms of their mid. There's no mid fights whatsoever. I think PaperX did it once. It worked out. I think they did it once, didn't they? Did they go into a B split? They just haven't really attempted it since then.
I mean, teamwork, individual brilliance as well, just to check. And PaperX just trying to scavenge this round as much as possible. Patman, if he was able to find one, that would be
Even Patman inserted. He's going to get his knife back in 2 seconds. Maybe he can pull some players over. What's he planning to do? Haunt over. It gives them a pivot option if they want it. They're not going to take it. That's insane. Something's so crazy right now. Okay. Oh, the salvos! And crazy guys shooting. They could have slowed it down a little bit maybe and re-hit into A with more of that mid pressure that they pulled. They did work mid like I wanted though. I was talking about it. Big gap in terms of how they were holding the defensive setup. Yeah. Okay, it's finished, isn't it? It's finished. It's done. Looster was here a lot earlier, I think, a while ago.
It's just way too much for PaperX to deal with. The weaponry not too great in this round either.
They are working mid.
Decent flash over, some space around the middle.
Good knife. Jemkin's stuck. Any punish? No, they can't really overextend into it. Cage is pretty nice.
PaperX though, that's not their true final destination.
No, not at all. They do want to pivot straight towards this B side, though. It might be another retake angle to come through from RRQ, because remember, they have 7 rounds to play with. They can afford to take a couple of losses.
All it takes is one more point for Cushy to get to the Hunter's Fury.
Yeah. Null command, though, for Patman. You feel like he has to drop that in towards this round, potentially. Stave off this retake. There it is as the plant goes down.
Which won't leave him with too much towards the future rounds. Right now, stuck inside of logs. His position pretty much revealed.
That's a knife in the shin.
Another fragment. With some peaks out from spawn now.
Are you gonna push this? What the fuck is going on? It's because he got spotted. He knew he had to take the initiative. Paperx? Okay.
This is not over yet. Paperx will carry
With the fun round.
Okay.
Paperx draw on the kills there with 16 with Jemkin.
Oh, Jesus. 50-50 fight?
Explosion out by B. They pushed up. Jemkin gets away with daylight robbery. Ridiculous.
This is nice, though. You're throwing twists and turns into the setup. Like one of the first times that RQ hard fought over B main. All doesn't get anything, weirdly enough. They're all grouped up. I've not seen the Pacific Trophy, no.
Rotations already from RRQ to the correct location as well.
Not really noting too much across the map neither, so
good timing on the drone. Just the fact that you reveal that there's still members of Paperx here. Keep you at the right
They're
location.
paranoia. Yeah, Monyet does have it.
Ready to rip from Monyet.
Jemkin in position around stairs as well. Crazy guy to stall the push with the salvos. And Paperx has no recourse but to continue pushing. Jing down and out. And the rest of Paperx continue up front. Still though, RQ have the site completely surrounded. Every position marked thanks to the neural theft. Can they even get the spot
No
down?
good post plant
They try to slow it
positioning. They're
over.
all tucked on site.
Plant down.
Yeah.
Pushes up from both sides though.
Gonna have to fight their way out.
As well as lane. Forsaken trying his best to isolate the angles as much as possible. Takes down the
Gets
first
the
hit.
one.
Off to the next
Gets
one.
the
It's not straight
trade.
up, and it's just Xfero trying to sneak on over. With discipline, he finds the first, and it's down to the 1v1. Patman needs to come up huge.
Oh.
But he's not able to do it.
Unfortunate.
Xfero has derailed
Yeah, that Paperx ascent needs a bit of work, but all good. They've got a month to do it.
every destination, and down to the final
Damn.
score,
That was a good game.
13-6.
That was a good game. It was a good game. It felt messy. Don't get me wrong. It felt messy at times, but good match. Now, am I going to watch this grand finals? Not tonight. Hell no. I'm curious about these two maps. Lotus Icebox for the rematch. RQ got the better of them. Because Genji had some awesome pistol round ideas. I already showed you one of them. They had another one too. That's cool. Which region do you think is the best? I couldn't really tell you, buddy, unfortunately, right now. I'm going to watch EMEA tomorrow and I'll have a better idea what's going on. China, I haven't watched yet. Pacific do look good, though. I won't lie. Pacific look nice. Looking nice with it. America's looking nice with it. EMEA, from what I've seen, do look pretty good, too. And I haven't watched China, so I think it's pretty hard to tell, to be honest. I don't know. Pretty hard to tell which region's going to be best. Anyway, it was a short stream, but I've had a long day because I VOD reviewed off stream earlier, so I think I might end my stream. I'm fucking exhausted. I've been talking nonstop. Let me see. Yeah. Have a nice chill night, I think. Let me read Jorg. Jorg's online. Nice chill night, I think. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you all. Thank you for sticking around. And maybe see you guys tomorrow. I might not stream. I might stream. I don't know. I have a lot more VODs to get through. I got to do that finals, and I got to do a lot of EMEA, even though I've been watching EMEA. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. Peace, everybody. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for watching. Saj's allegedly going to stream Baldur's Gate 3 tomorrow. That'll be interesting. That will be interesting. All right. Peace. Thanks for watching.